Hey everyone, welcome to the Cloaks of Minehelm, 5e D&D stream from Penny Dragon Games. Every single week, I go to say 5e D&D podcast for some reason, even though we're all on camera, and it's a struggle to get it out. But we don't have everyone here with us. Paddy is still absent, but he'll be back next week, and Fono will be hopping in and joining us a little later on. She's just had something she had to take care of. But welcome back. Another session with the Cloaks, the most unfortunate city watch in the history of D&D, I think, possibly. You know, most members of the city guard usually don't have to go hunting for a necromancer's heart down in the monster-infested catacombs, but here we are, comes with the territory. You want to earn your 10 silver pieces a week, that's what you got to do. So just up top, this week we're still about a week left on our most recent Kickstarter. So it's Mag of Holding Gothic Horror issue. It's third issue of our magazine, the first issue here. So Gothic Horror issue, we've got tons of stuff, adventures, monsters, magic items, a warlock subclass. There is a feat if you want to get nasty with a whip, not in that way, but in a monster.
What are you saying, Ben?
Way.
What are you saying?
Yeah. You want to be Trevor Belmont.
Wow.
No, tons of great stuff in there. And we've already hit 4 stretch goals. We're close to our next stretch goal at $15,000, where we'll unlock our first STL for you guys. So STLs for one of the original monsters that we've got in there. So fully funded in 30 minutes, which was great. We really appreciate it. Support has been fantastic. Everyone's been coming out in force. And if there's tons of good stuff yet to unlock if we can hit those stretch goals. So please do, check it out, back what you can. And we'll see how many goodies we can get, So any other anything I left out, Michaela?
No, just we've been doing pretty well with the streams recently. We just had Terrible Trouble in Templetown on Friday, which did very, very well. So we've got a jam-packed schedule for Twitch for October. Lots of games coming up. So we've got the Tuesday night game, and we've got Humblewood on a Friday bi-weekly, and obviously we have this every Sunday, but we have a few treats in store for people for around Halloween time as well, so leading up to that week. So stay tuned,
including some creepy alien style spaceship
I'm looking
shenanigans.
forward to it. It's a nice breakaway from 5e. I think it's called Mothership, and it'll be run by Richard, who runs our Humblewood game. So it should be interesting. I don't expect any characters to make it out alive in that one.
As always, all the VODs will be up for a little while afterwards, and you can still check out the first episode of Dave's Terrible Trouble in Templetown game. It's really good, really fun.
Apart from that, we're working on our YouTube channel at the moment, so we'll be making announcements about that probably in the next couple of weeks, and that's it. And also, Solo, thank you very much for subbing again at tier 1 for 4 months in a row. Thank you.
MVP.
Yeah,
Awesome.
He owns the channel now. That's it.
He does. Yeah. He's you can't see, it's the lighting in here is bad, otherwise you can't see the puppet strings.
Yeah.
if you're here, it's like a bad B movie, you can see all the wires. My camera's not that good. So I think then, without any further ado, we'll get into intros, and then we can get into the slaughter. The exploration.
What slaughter?
So just gonna go as I have everyone here. Actually, Michaela, so you who have we got?
Hi, I'm Michaela. I play Navani, who is a high elf paladin. So she is a paladin in training, pretty much. She, works and trains in Lower Keep. She is Pouch's is Ziz's big brother or big sister, sorry. And she tries to keep him out of trouble. The only reason that she joined the Brown Cloaks was to kind of keep an eye on him and watch out for him. So that's Navani. So, but she seems like she's got a tough exterior, but she's a big softie at heart, really.
Of course, they're called the best paladins. She's just a heart of gold and a hammer of steel.
Exactly. Yeah.
So speaking of hammering things, Boyd.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Tell us about your guy.
I'm Boyd, and I play Durrell Stonehelm. So he's a young, naive dwarf who gets involuntarily agitated whenever he crawls through dungeons. He loves tales of old adventurers and also likes to throw some hands. And he enjoys swearing and speaking about his Lord, God, and Savior Moradin and his beard.
Yeah, nice. So but Boyd is playing for Durrell. We're playing Homebrew, or on third party class, The Pugilist by Benjamin Huffman. You can find it on DM's Guild. Really good, highly recommend it. And we've tweaked one or two things about his subclass just to fit some backstory stuff that we got going on there. But next up, well, last but not least for this week, Kyle.
So I'm playing Tramscribe, also known as Pouches, a half-elf wizard who is the Hedge Wizard subclass. And he likes magic a little bit too much and joined up with the Cloaks to see what he could discover in terms of magic. He uses it as an opportunity to explore and know what's going on in the city.
Yeah, and there's lots of sort of spooky magical things going on down below the city, and the Brown Cloaks are often patrolling down there. So, it was a good opportunity. And that the Hedge Wizard, subclass is from issue 1 of the magazine. So, if anybody wants to check it out, if they like the look of Pouches, you can find that in there. And so I will be sort of do my best anyway to pilot Vorden, Paddy's human fighter. He's a sort of an old, crotchety, veteran who he looks like he's seen better days. He's a gruff amnesiac, so he's sort of like a senile Wolverine, I suppose. And he has been having some disturbing nightmares and seems to recently have rediscovered, if that's the word, a talent for magic, which he doesn't quite have control over yet. And then also, until Fona can join us, I will be running Andy, the human rogue, who is not in the Brown Cloaks. Well, not entirely by choice. She's sort of on work release from prison, so it was, she made a deal with the feds, and this is sort of very dangerous community service. So, but she's out to get hers. They're not paying her enough, so she's down here looting all these poor dead fuckers. So,
Also, DB Gibson, thank you for resubbing. That's 2-month streak for you. So, thank you very much for that.
Awesome, thanks, dude. Really appreciate it. And so let me just drag you guys.
Handy Andy, as we called her as well.
Andy's right.
Andy.
So let me know if everyone can see where you are there, where you left off. So last week we finished with you encountering a second set of these ghouls down here. Oh, let me just switch up the music. It's still playing the old one. So you had come across these ghouls, these sort of skinless, desiccated corpses with bone claws and sharp fangs. They were hungry for your flesh and your blood, which seemed to revitalize them. Their muscle grew, and they seem to get some of their vitality back. But you've dispatched a few of them now, and we are back to the cold and mostly silent catacombs. So what's everyone
Well, it
doing?
can't be that silent because I'm using a mummy as a pinata right now, right?
Yeah, well, the last sound you all heard was just hammer, steel ringing against stone. And then I believe Vorden came up and finished the job by sort of stepping on the remnants of its face like a cockroach. After Navani sort of went full mafioso on this thing.
It doesn't have anything on it, does it?
Do you want to go digging around the wrappings?
Kinda. Yeah. I'm
Go for it.
Yeah, so do I give you investigation?
Yeah, give me investigation. We'll see.
Nope. Nope. 4.
You don't want to know what you just grabbed.
Oh Lord.
No. No.
Don't describe it, Ben. You're too good at that.
No, don't worry. It fell off decades ago.
Okay.
It's down. No. So no. There's nothing. It's like you've seen the ones walking around. They, you wouldn't want to know where these things might be hiding any loot. They're just skinless. Skinless undead. But there's nothing in the wrappings that you can find. It's a bit gross. You're feeling brave, and but even after a few seconds, it's disgusting. And to really kind of search around, you have to get quite close to the pulped mess of this thing's head, and it's just a stench of death, and flies are starting to.
I love what Gary says, or Kyle said in the chat. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool. Yeah, be safe, guys.
Yeah.
Don't want any kind of transmission of diseases or anything.
Yeah, when you're delving, shall we say?
Dungeon delving.
Oh God. So
moving along swiftly.
Yeah, so Andy is sort of shouting, find anything good?
No, nothing, just dust and other bits.
Borden is with his non-silver dagger is like just scrape this thing off of his boot heel, picking teeth out of that are stuck to the leather.
I'm gonna cross the corridor and just peek down this corridor that's running parallel and just see what I see down there.
Yeah, let me get my handy dandy reveal tool that never seems to want to work for me.
I approach pouches and I'm wiping some goo off my face. I say, please tell me you know prestidigitation. You know that, right? That one?
I'm actually just gonna have to check. I don't think I do.
What?
I'm gonna say no, I don't.
Bloody hell.
You can see
all these tales of great adventures and their shining armor. It was prestidigitation, did it? You can't even do that.
Nobody picked it, but I should have actually. I probably would have stopped you all from taking it anyway. I was like, no. You signed on for a game where you play downtrodden, city watch who regularly patrol the sewers. No. Your first session involves you fighting a shit monster. You're not going to get to clean yourselves that easily. You don't get to be.
I still have nightmares about that excremental.
More than damn it, I'm gonna have to walk about here like I've been gunged. Ugh.
I'm just gonna hand him my water skin and be like, I can give you a little shower.
Then I'll be wet. Nah. Just let it dry in. Frig it.
Mm-hmm. So
what does this tomb down here look like?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Patch, you can see not too dissimilar from some of the one that Andy found earlier. That there's been some simple coffins. This one is still mostly wood, but it does have like a few brass fixings, and it's carved. It's it's nicely carved and it's been, varnished or oiled. So, not just a simple coffin. It looks like it belongs to somebody of somebody with a little more status than some of the others you've seen around here. And as before, just here to the left and the right of you are these little, gargoyle kind of faces on these loculi, these holes in the wall that were housing remains.
I
Okay.
say there were some other possible paths down this way as well, Pouches.
I'm gonna just come back up and rejoin, and I'll say, well, let's check this out. And I'll walk up to here and see what I can see.
I'm gonna follow him because my spidey senses are tingling.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Gordon, bring the torch, mate. For goodness sake.
Yeah, he's so Pouches is
As if Ben's job isn't hard enough.
I know. If he gave one of us control, like we could move him around, but
oh yeah, actually I meant to let me
Go for
because
it.
he's normally like around me anyway. So.
Yeah, it might be easier just so that you guys can just because he has a torch.
Feel free to give me Andy if you want, and Navani.
Oh yeah.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Can I? I'm just going to momentarily just put control, just on all players for the two of them, just if you need to.
Yeah, I got him now. Yeah, cool.
Andy, get moving. There we go.
So sorry, Pouch. Just very briefly, just before the three of you move.
Oh.
Sorry, that was my bad. Just as I was, let me just reveal. So Pouches, you can. Wait, no. Okay, you can see, and it's also kind of coming around the corner here. But as you peek out, you can see another. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have revealed. Well, you can see standing there. Motherfucker! Sorry. Goddamn layers. Is a ghoul. There's another. You would see it rounding the corner, and again, it is sort of just, wandering listlessly, and see if it spots you. It does not.
Ooh.
I'm just
Not
gonna whisper
immediately.
to Navani and be like, "There's another one of those things up ahead. Do we want to backtrack or do we want to smush it and carry on down this path?"
Smush it.
It's sort of
I
like
hear this.
clawing at just random bits of earth. It's just like a scavenging animal.
Can I hear this discussion at the back? Probably not.
I would say you'd hear whispering.
I'll just take out my little piece of copper wire and just wrap it around my finger and just say, "Dural, there's another one up ahead. We're gonna smush it."
If at all possible, can we kill it with ranged attacks? If it gets in close and hits us, it seems to regenerate some amount of health.
And at that point, I'm just gonna step forward and I am going to cast Ray of Frost at it.
Just before you do that, I would like to demand that in my world, when you cast message, everyone has to go and new
Use the phone.
Sorry.
Wait. Sorry, I forgot to include the one part of message that's essential. You can respond to this message.
Didn't Vampire the Masquerade have that? There were multiple hand gestures that meant different things whenever you were
that's
playing
cool.
it.
We should
Like
incorporate something like that, some sort of
messaging
ground cloak.
telepathy.
Yeah.
Hand signals.
Cool. So, Ray of Frost, yeah, go for it. Advantage on the attack roll.
Woo.
Wait. Oh, damn.
15 for both.
Nice.
Yeah, I double check. I'm pretty sure that's.
I think it was 13. Might be wrong.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's. Doral would probably. It was. I think. Yeah, it's 12. I think Doral fighting up close and personal probably has about a decent idea of how hard this thing is to hit. But yeah, I'm just gonna with that. I think we're gonna have to roll initiative. Let me just clear the turns. I thought I did that last week.
So it takes 2 points of cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Yes, so its speed is only 10 feet.
That's cool.
Ooh, that was a solid roll.
No,
You're doing well tonight.
Oh, nice.
Don't
I
mention
spoke
it.
too soon, didn't I?
Yes.
That's a blink on it now. That's us right and fucked.
This thing, why is it not? This thing has not done
You
very
still
well
have
for
to
itself.
roll. You still have some initiatives to roll, Ben.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
We can't do that for them. No.
No, do you know? I'll roll off the sheet actually instead of. Okay, let me just.
I have to say, this week I had the biggest D&D battle ever. Credit to Yuan, who was DMing it, and it was like 30 NPCs and enemies in it.
30.
It was just it was just a free for all in which we were playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Oh,
And
nice.
we got to the final vault, and like everyone's faction showed up and like had a brawl with us involved in it. I mean, literally, we had Lariel Silverhand involved in this brawl, who just like decapitated like 3 people in one round, and it was like terrifying.
Oh my god!
Wow.
So 7 for Vaughan, but a nat 20 for Andy. So yeah,
Just means
Andy
you can run away sooner.
Yeah, Andy's like pushing forward, and it's like, what's going on? What's going on? I heard magic, pouches are shooting at something. She's like, dibs. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's like, dibs. Oh, fuck. And is gonna shoot. Let me pull this up. Sorry. The character sheet's been slow for me. So, I'm just gonna. Where's the short bow? There we go. Yeah. I'll just. I don't know why it didn't do regular. Hang on. Did it roll?
It didn't
It
roll.
didn't roll. It just rolled sneak.
Yeah.
I'll just ignore the sneak on that. So, but still 9. Yeah. So, Andy comes screaming in, fires off an arrow at this thing. Fuck this, and is gonna bonus action dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Go back where she came from, and then pouches.
Okay. I am just gonna go with another shot of whatchamacallit? Ray of Frost. 13 for 6 points of cold damage.
Nice. In 1 second.
And if I don't know if how you want to rule this, but technically I've hit him twice with the same attack before he's had a turn, which means his speed is reduced by 20.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the start of my next turn. Never mind. So it's
okay.
So it's still 10.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to. Just give me 1 second here, guys. It's just. What was it? 6, right?
6 points of cold.
Okay. So. Okay. Yeah. This ray, second ray shoots out, and again just slams into him, and you see the muscle sort of, crystallizing, and it's just completely like, you see it kind of twitching and trying to move, but the muscle, as it's frozen and kind of frosting over, is starting to like crack, as it slows. It looks like the whole thing is like freezer burned, It's just this sort of frostbitten meat.
Frostbitten biltong.
Yeah, I don't. Is Pouches moving?
Nope. You know what? He'll take 5 feet back.
Cool. 5 feet back. Cool. Oh, just okay. Let me just. Sorry. The damage didn't go in when I typed it in. Hang on, sorry. For some reason, I don't know why it didn't.
It's okay, Ben. We all understand how frustrating it can be when it doesn't go in.
Oh Lord.
I didn't say anything.
It's
It's
carry
your
on
own-
D&D again.
Yeah,
It's your own
so-
dirty minds.
Yeah. You can see emerging from that direction is another one, but it is sort of, for the moment, blocked by this one. Five, and just let me. Just want to double check that it can't. Nope, it's all good. Okay. Okay, sorry. Doral.
Ooh, Dural looks pretty goddamn defeated at the moment, covered in crap and out of breath, but he steadies himself, and I will use my bonus action and 1 grit point to brace up. In 1d6 plus pugilist plus con modifier. Pugilist level is 3, con modifier is 3, so 1d6 plus 6.
Sweet.
They gain 11 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
I head off 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. And he raises his hands up and waves them from the left to right, and from the left-hand wall beside him, a chunk of rock rips off, and he fires it off at the nearest ghoul here.
Yeah. So yeah, give me attack roll.
Ooh, a natural 20.
Oh,
Nice one.
But am I reading that right?
I know, I was just thinking the same thing. You can do Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's just me rebranding
It's
Eldritch Blast.
reskinning it, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
As we said, it would just be like it was like its force. You know, it's basically this because it's the subclass from the pugilist is like has a little bit of that. It gets Eldritch Blast, and instead of being a kind of an Eldritch warlocky thing, we kind of reflavored it as his elemental earth thing. So that's why Doral's also been doing mold earth instead of one of the other kind of utility cantrips that it gave.
Okay.
So yeah, so 6. Yeah, this. So this Doral is a stand. You kind of see. At first, it's like it's like shadow boxing. Doral just stand there and is like punching the air. And you're like, what's going on? But as he drives his right fist forward, jabs out, part of the wall, as you said, just breaks off and goes shooting towards this dude, and it just obliterates him. Just his head just fucking explodes. But as he does, this guy actually takes the 2 damage, so the 6 plus 2. So the rock just explodes, and then from the force of the impact and some of the shrapnel flies off and hits the other ghoul in the head.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that's my turn, actually. That's movement, bonus action, and action.
Yeah, I think you 5, 10, 15, 20. You actually do have another 5, but it's up to you whether you're gonna.
Yeah, I'll move up there in the hopes that other people can move through.
Cool. Cool. So, okay. Yeah. So that is Navani.
Yeah, okay. I can't really do much. I don't have ranged attacks as such, so all I can do is move, and I don't think
Don't have anything like a hand axe or a
I've nothing like that.
thing like that.
I've
Nothing
no
to
javelins.
throw.
I have nothing. I didn't. I've that spike that he gave
Improvised
me.
weapon. Oh yeah, I may mightn't.
Could I use that? Well,
just
it's quite
chuck it
heavy,
at-
heavy to throw, right?
Yeah.
So
You could. I mean, it'd be an improvised weapon. Technically, you could technically throw any weapon. It will just do like a D4 damage, and you won't get proficiency. You could
I'll
just
throw my
You could
warhammer.
just fucking throw your warhammer at it. Mightn't be the best idea, but you could do it.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move up to like here. And like ready in action so that when he comes out, I want to smash him in the face.
And actually, I always forget it as well, to be honest. But as well as readying, you could also you can wait for him to smash and go past, which is probably the best idea.
Yeah.
But obviously, if there is ever times when you can't get somewhere, you don't know what else to do, there's always dodging. So you're basically going to spend the turn, defend, and then anyone until your turn comes around. All attacks against you have disadvantage, and I think you have is it advantage or a bonus on deck saves? I think it's advantage, is it?
I think it's an advantage on decks, yeah,
but that's cool. Yeah, so Navani's coming up and is just sort of bracing and waiting for this.
Kind of banging on her shield.
Yeah.
Like,
is it 5, 10, 15, 20?
So
was it
move to like
here, was it?
Here.
Yep, cool. I was just going to say that as you do, just so you have like a...
Oh no, there's a fucking trap now or something.
No, you can see, but actually around that corner is not a trap or anything, but you can see... sorry guys, why is it not? Oh, you can see another one of these fucking willow weed things growing out of the ground.
I make a mental note of where it is, and we're going to grab some of that shit.
Yep, cool. So is that...
That's me.
Yeah, that's movement and action. So Vorden is gonna... So he's still got his torch. He's gonna... why am I not up? He's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and just gonna get up. He's actually... Because he's got his rapier out. Instead of dropping the torch and... No, he will. He'll drop the torch and he's gonna... No, he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna ready with the rapier because he doesn't want to drop the torch and, have to switch from crossbow to rapier. So he's just gonna stand here, ready and attack. So when this thing comes within 5 feet, the two of you are just gonna unload on it. But that's back to Andy. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35. She's going to go for an attack. I mean, she's just going to roll. So 14, yeah. So she hits. And then... Sorry, I'm just putting up the sheet again. Short bow. Okay, so not sneak, but so another 8. Yeah, so Andy comes up, draws an arrow, aims at this thing, even between Vorden and Navani, gets an arrow right off, and it just completely shreds through this thing's shoulder, and see the muscle tear. There's a sort of a puff of dust from it. There's no blood splatter. It's sort of a bit disturbing. But then she's just gonna 5, 10 with bonus action just kind of duck behind Navani. Sort of much narrower Andy just disappeared behind the tank in the chainmail. So back to couches.
Don't call my sister fat. I'm the only one allowed to do that.
Not fat, small.
I'm gonna move up to there, which is 5, 10, 15.
Yeah. In the words of Nick Frost, it's not fat, it's power. Yeah, sorry. This is
Ray,
Frost.
12.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh,
another
yeah.
6 points of cold.
Mm-hmm. Again, these ice shards just, slam into it, puncture its flesh, and then they almost start to kind of melt into it and then refreeze. And it seems a little bit worse for wear, and it's now, as it comes up to its turn, it's only got 10 feet, but it staggers 5, 10, and Navani, will you give me an attack of opportunity as it goes
I will.
to chomp onto one of you?
18.
Or, sorry, that's a hit. Sorry, it swings its arm, so that's another...
7 bludgeoning.
Can't think. Yeah. So, as it comes up and it's going to swing at you,
Does that count as my action?
No,
As
that
your
takes your
reaction.
reaction.
Oh, my
You use your
reaction.
reaction to do it. Yeah, so you use reaction, and it's going into swing, but you bring the shield up and kind of bat the arm away, and then again you just take the hammer and just drive into this thing's chest, which just collapses in on itself, just like this, just a hollow husk, and there's this awful smell. It's the kind of mildew and dust and rot, and 1 or 2 flies just come flying out of its insides, and you see all these dry, waxy organs just not even, just completely still inside its chest. But it does collapse into a heap even before Warden can get his rapier ready. But that was, I think that's the pouches, then that thing, then Doral. But you still hear music for some reason. I'm going to keep us in initiative. But
that's not a good sign.
All of you, everyone give me perception. I'm just going to roll for Warden and Andy. They don't hear anything.
I got a 13.
11.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah. Navani, you can faintly hear something coming from this direction.
Okay. I'm gonna
like movement,
I'm gonna kind of do hand gestures and as if I can hear something over there.
Mm-hmm.
And
so Doral, because we're still in initiative order, just before Doral's turn came around, I just wanted to see if somebody could kind of notice that seems like there's something in a particular direction. So it's your turn. Seems like there's maybe some threats still around the corner.
Right. I'll head up towards it. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Let me just get my thing. Doral, you can see
with my dwarven eyes.
What do your dwarven eyes see? Sorry, let me just open this out. You see ahead of you, staggering down the corridor, is this it's similar, or at least you think it is. At first in the darkness, it looks just like a moving, sort of undulating blob, like a shadow. But as you peer, and it's still dim from where you are, so you can't make it out fully. But it's moving like one of these things, one of these ghouls. And as you look closer, you can see that it's not a shadow, but it is engulfed in a huge cloud of flies. Just buzz, because you can hear, it's only when you hear them just buzzing around this thing, and it's going down the corridor, tattered wraps hanging off of it. You see again, but unlike the others, this one its flesh isn't like dry, it's skinless, but it's sort of glistening in the light, and there seems to be sores on its flesh, and there's all these flies buzzing around it, and it is staggering down the corridor slowly towards you.
Almost reactively, he just sort of winces and waves an arm at it and hopes a piece of rock hits it. Let's see. A 15 to hit.
That I'm pretty sure that is a hit.
That does 2 force damage. Ugh! There's something around there. And
it's just like a bit of rock, kind of like as you summon up the sand around the fist coalesces, and it goes at this little rock rocket, and a bit of it breaks off and does manage to hit it, because you see when you fire it, the flies kind of part a little bit, and its horrific face is revealed for a second. You see a chunk of rock like skims its jaw and just like cuts a piece of its flesh off, and you see the bone underneath for a split second before the flies come back around to engulf it again.
I look to my friends and say, there's something up there and it's coming. Hit it.
Yeah.
I think that reminds me of, I don't know if it's like Constantine, if you've ever seen that film with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I haven't, but it sounds...
The swarm and that description.
But that sounds vaguely familiar. Like maybe I saw it in a trailer or something. But
I loved that film. Even though it flopped, I loved it. And the game was really, really good as well. Just saying.
Yeah. No, I actually heard
you just like to perv over Keanu.
No, he's too nice to find attractive.
I think that was based out off a certain comic that like my boss in work wrote it along with
Garth,
I think. Yeah.
Oh my god,
really?
That is amazing.
Yeah, it's because this is the character.
Maybe it's one I'm thinking of called Darkness.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a comic book before it was a movie or anything else.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's a DC comics. He's a DC comic
Moore,
character.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Do we smell this guy coming, Ben?
Sorry, I just want to see, double check my own thing. Does he have? He can't. Now that you've ducked behind, he can't see you. So, thankfully, you're safe from that. So, it's going to spend its action. 5, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. Like Doral, it's just you've kind of gotten as far away as you could get before the Lord of Flies comes down the corridor, and you just hear the buzzing getting louder and louder. And then once it's like upon you, the flies are just swarming you. They're in your eyes, on your face.
Holy shit!
And and it's like you can't, like you can barely see it. It's just obscured by flies, and you can see it like it's just reeks of death and decay. It's just this smell of wet meat in the hot sun, just putrefying. And it's in your face, and it looks like it wants to eat you. And Navani, there is some unholy abomination bearing down on Doral.
Well, I'm gonna move up and smash it.
Mm-hmm.
So move up to try and move behind it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use my warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Find my character sheet, and that's a normal. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Natural 20.
Very nice.
The question is... No, I won't now. That's prompting.
Okay.
No, yeah. I was gonna make a suggestion, but...
I want to smite it, though.
Yeah. I was wondering.
Well, I was going to do that anyway.
It's like the paladin critted. You have to smite.
TikTok, it's crit o'clock.
Yeah. Nice.
So 2d8, right?
Well, it'll be 68 because it'll be an extra d8 because it's undead, so it's 3d8 against this, and then the dice doubled because it's a crit, so 6 rolls 68.
Okay. Where is it? So D8.
You can.
Would I do it off my character sheet? Is that easier or not?
I think you could just do slash R and then 68. I think.
Well, there's 5, and then I'll do one more. Okay. 27, and then one more. Oh, and another 8.
Fuck. Oh, miraculously, with 48 damage. Yes. This thing is Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, even at 3rd level, fucking paladins. Wow. This thing, and again, as it comes, oh.
What?
No, I can't. It's my fuck up. It's my fuck up. I've let it happen now. I can't take it away. I'm supposed to have disadvantage on the attack roll in melee because it's the flies are all swarming. Oh, but bugger. No, Solastra has blessed you. Her light has led the way.
Nice.
It's the one time Ben allows for flanking.
Yeah. That's what we'll say.
The one and only flanking he's allowing this.
Navani, being down here, everything that's been going on in the days prior, her sort of weird, shady secret induction into the Oath of the Arbiters by her mentor, Cordelia Hawkmoor, and then the Judge Magister coming and saying that, he's not sure he can trust her and that he's put her on this sort of holy mission. It's just everything seems wrong right now. And then just they're down here in this reeking fucking death hole, and that this fucking thing is coming down, this abomination. It stinks of death and foul magic. It's exactly the kind of thing that she, wants to be an arbiter of law, keep to stop. And then just with that thought, the darkness inside the catacombs lights up in a flash, like somebody just threw a flashbang in here. The entire head of the Warhammer glows white hot and just comes screaming down on this thing's head. It nearly smashes it to pieces, like it nearly obliterates the whole thing. And it's just the flies just scatter. Like most of them are incinerated and struggle to coalesce back around this thing. Its flesh is like when Navani pulls the Warhammer back and it's standing there, its flesh is still sizzling, and Doral, you as well, and all the rest of you can. I mean, the stench is even worse. It's just this smell of burning corpse, and by some dark miracle, it's still hanging on. But Navani just almost fucking nuked this thing. Like,
almost
did most of its HP in one hit. Fucking hell. That was incredible. Paladins. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. So okay, 1 second. So that's Navani, and Vorden seeing this is like, oh fucking hell. He comes up to this thing. He's actually gonna move up this way just to give a bit of an opening. And
so it's not dead yet.
No, I didn't kill it.
No, but it's got some of its HP left. So yeah, Vorden though, he does hit with his rapier, and he is going to again, not thinking it's kind of trying to emulate Navani. He's like, thrusts his rapier forward and is thinking magical thoughts, and try and
think magical
he does. Yeah, he does. Let me just double check his 1+. I think has he got 4? Yeah. So yeah, 5 piercing damage, and you can see again this booming energy kind of comes when it's like when he pokes it with the rapier, it seems to like from the point spread out in a ripple and sort of envelops it in this booming blade energy. That's Vorden, and then Andy is like fucking looking at this fucking thing. The stink starts backing away, but goes for a shot, but just through the Let me see. Yeah, sorry, Vorden would have hit anyway. Sorry, I got to do disadvantage on attacks, but actually, I don't think. Andy doesn't have disadvantage, but she misses anyway with her attack roll, and the arrow just goes wide. You can through the buzz of the flies, you barely hear this arrow go and slam into the wall. The sound is quite deafening. Pouches, you're up.
You're muted.
No, I'm not. I'm just moving my lips without talking.
Ventriloquist.
Casting message.
Yeah, I'm busy casting message. It's not to you. Does this corridor connect here? Is that just not revealed?
Bum, 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 bum. Sorry. Oh, what am I doing? Opening all the wrong windows.
You're bringing out your favorite tool, the reveal.
Sorry. What were you saying, Pouches? Which one?
Here.
It does. You can see, if you were to
okay.
move up, it does go up that way, but it doesn't connect back to that, not directly.
I'm gonna just move up to here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna cast Ray of Frost again. Is that a normal or disadvantage?
Ranged is not at disadvantage. It's mostly being up with all the flies in the 5 feet around it.
18 for 2 points of cold.
Okay.
And its movement is reduced by 10.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to take a step back into that corridor.
2. It is
2.
Like just somehow just clean this again, or the where it's still sizzling, the frost envelops it, and it kind of it freezes the still, red hot flesh, and it's that, if you hit something hot with ice cold, it just like it freezes suddenly, and it peels like a rock expanding and contracting and breaking in the desert. Parts of its flesh just peel off and plop off in frozen chunks. But it's still standing there. It's mostly bone at this point. The parts of it that are still hot from the holy fire, the flesh is sort of liquidating and dripping off of its limbs. Doral.
Yeah, I'll take one step back.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything happen?
No, because it rolled a 2.
And I'll take one more and fire off a hunk of rock at this guy. Let's see here. We have a 17 to hit.
That is a hit. 4.
Oh, a 5. 5.
Well, the 1 would have done it because it had 1 HP.
Wow.
And thank God, because it's up next. And Doral just seeing this thing as he's moving back, just jam your heel into the earth, and it's like a chunk of rock just pulls free, and you just punch it forward. It doesn't connect. It's that thing. It doesn't connect with your fist. It kind of it kind of reaches there, and the magic kind of propels it forward, and it goes sailing towards it. And again, as it does, the flies part, and then strikes it right in its central mass, and then its flesh just shreds as the rock explodes, and it's all these little particles of sand essentially rip through it, trillions of little pieces of shrapnel, and it scatters it. And the flies are scattered with it, and though the stench sort of lingers for a moment, the Lord of Flies is now no more.
Take that, you hanky waving hideous fossil.
You got lucky. That's smite.
Good lord.
Really, yeah, because it was modified. That thing was essentially a mummy with some.
Oh wow!
Oh,
yeah, it was like it was a sort of a modified mummy. So
Supposed to be a tough encounter that you made. Easy.
yeah, smites, man. No, it's good because it means that I can.
I have one less. Smite slot.
Yeah, so other things.
Is that what's good about it?
Yeah. So just before that, we are going to take intermission a little bit earlier than normal, just because we're going to have Fona rejoining us. So we're just a little intermission so we can get set up and get her
Fona
put in on the overlay and everything. So we will break now. We'll see you in
10 minutes. Yeah.
10 minutes. We'll be back. And again, just before we go, just a reminder, Mag of Holding, issue 3, Gothic Horror. Kickstarter is up now, about another week, fully funded in 30 minutes. So we're just hitting stretch goals now, and the support's been phenomenal. So if you haven't already, please do check it out, maybe in the intermission. And we'll be back in 10.
Cheers, everyone.
Oh, sorry. Hey guys, sorry, I was messing around with tracks on Roll20. And I just had I heard Christian say we're live, but I had a second there where I was just completely spaced out. It was just I was dead to the world. Quite fitting for the catacombs. So welcome back, everyone. I promise you that I'm mostly sane.
Mostly.
and capable of running a stream. So thanks for sticking around. We have Fona back with us, playing Andy. So I promise I said to the rest of them that when I was running Andy that I'd have to be careful, because to play Andy's character I'd have to loot everything, or I'd want to loot things, but I know where all the loot is and all the all the spookies. So it would be metagaming, because the only way is either I loot nothing or I loot absolutely everything, and I can't metagame. But thankfully we didn't actually get round to any looting, because we basically ran straight into combat. Oh, and actually another fun fact, as I said to Fona and Kyle during the break, he kind of got good and bad luck with the Lord of Flies, because obviously he had 58 hit points, and that was 48 got taken out with that smite, and He had a bunch of stuff, he was gonna start throwing flies at you all and giving you mummy rot and stuff, but the whole idea was I had ghouls around that part of the catacombs, populated. And the whole idea was that I was like, oh, well, the Lord of Flies might be tough, and there's a bunch of ghouls, might be a bit much, but if they kill the Lord of Flies, he's animating all the ghouls. So, it's they're linked, but I was like, you basically hit every ghoul on the way and killed all of them, and then him. So there was one ghoul in a corner somewhere that I deleted, but that was it. It's you hit every branch on the way down.
I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah. So anyway, you are all of you standing in this area. We'll move on a little bit to. Obviously you guys can move him if you want to move the torch and stuff. Pouches, I'm just gonna, since you're standing in that corridor, you can
initiate the trap
around here. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're muted.
It seems to carry on up ahead this way.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna walk up and take a peek down this corridor here.
Yeah. It's going around.
Gonna carry on.
Lead the way, Andy.
You guys coming, or
is that a dead end?
Nope.
Okay.
It's really hard to tell what's a dead end and what's not.
Yeah, it's because I'm kind of revealing the because you'd be able to see that it's going around a corner. And now, Pouches, you can see stairs going back up. And you did come down 2 sets of, or not you. There was, when you came down, there was 2 staircases. So can't be sure, but
Pretty sure.
just in case you'd forgotten because obviously it's been, not very long for pouches, but it's been, a session or 2 for Kyle.
I can see Fono like bursting with like,
Yeah.
this is fine now. like you can see the urge to steal.
Andy, stop staring at it. Get moving.
Well, okay, fine. Oh. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. No. No is the word.
Yeah, and again,
It's only because you're right behind her, and she's like, okay, being hustled along.
Essentially, if you round the corner, pouches, you'll see this is like I think you were thinking. Did it loop? Did it connect here to here? But it's just a little. Pretty much, it just kind of loops around.
Should we go back the other way then?
Yeah, shall we turn around? Let's go back and hit that patch of
the root stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna move back to this room.
Instead of willowweed, I should have called it
Willowweed.
Deathbird.
Yeah.
Oh, I've lost myself. There we go.
Chat says that we hit an undead end.
What is this?
Can I give people inspiration in real life?
I think you can.
Yeah. So.
All right.
I'm just gonna harvest the willow weed. Let Andy indulge her. Give Andy enough time to indulge her stealing ways.
I wasn't near any of the alcoves in the light when you decided to stop, so now I've missed it, and you don't know the restraint it has taken for her to pass all those cubbies along the way.
Nobody knows. So wouldn't you know it? There's more. There's another coffin. I feel like this is like The Simpsons, the Halloween special with the zombies.
What?
Not with the zombies, with the when everyone becomes like flesh-eating mutants, and like Homer's been running away from all these like flesh-eating mutants for hours, and then he tries to get he gets away from them all by getting in a hearse and driving off. And when he gets in the hearse, he looks in the back, he's like, oh, a coffin. Like, I've just defeated the Lord of Flies. A coffin.
A coffin. I just kind of look at Andy and just shake my head. Like, I'm not gonna stop her or anything. I'm standing there like, no.
I'm feeling so judged by the group this week. Or this mission. Not just this week, this mission.
Yeah.
Okay, so Warden's like
somebody
tailing
can,
at the end.
Yeah, whoever's.
So walk into this room here.
Yep, and there's nothing. There's just there's the smell. Is where the Lord of Flies seem to have been hanging out in here. So there's a thick stench of decay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60.
I still have my eyes peeled on the roof.
Smart move.
How are you not bumping into things? Just
yeah. So you can see it. Like it doesn't. You're not sure if it's a dead end. It looks like it does continue on further. It's just the
light.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start making my way in here.
Yeah. So as you can see, these there's more of these slightly more fancy coffins. These ones aren't there's not like a lot of brass like fixings or other things or ornate carvings on them, but they're better than just the regular, like just a plain old wooden box. It's slightly nicer wood and it's got a bit of a finish on it, and they are a bit of a nicer design, and they seem to be mostly identical lining the corridor.
I'm not. Navani isn't interested in any of the coffins. She's just
Yep.
singular mission, singular focus.
Sure.
So I'm going to make.
Are there any names or plaques on the coffins or anything like? Do they?
There are not. Strangely. And also just generally speaking, are we just kind of just moving and just generally like kind of plodding through the catacombs, or are we trying to, dampen our footsteps and?
Andy is being led slowly forward by Duro behind her, kind of encouraging her forward, and she looks like a sullen child at this point. Like she's got like her arms crossed, she's got a pout on her face. She's kind of doing that thing where she's like dragging her, like she is walking, but she's like doing the thing with her feet. It's like, I'm not happy.
Ember nuzzles into your chest in the pocket.
Yeah, you know what's right, don't you? Yeah, you know we should open these things.
Wants that catnip.
Clues. There could be clues in these.
Clues and catnip. That's gonna be, it's gonna be my TTRPG that I make. Clues and catnip. So,
I don't
pressing
have my real
on.
dice here.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry. Sorry. I revealed a bit of black space by mistake.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Okay.
that's my bad. Should have. No. I just actually. Oh, do you know what? I'll actually cover it back because it just be confusing for people.
Is this a dead end or an undead?
No, it's not. Why is this? Every time it's like
Revealer tool, man.
there's no consistent. It's like sometimes I have to double click it, and sometimes it does it on one, and sometimes it's like I don't understand. So actually right ahead of you, I'm not gonna bother sort of like revealing it, but right ahead of you is another patch of willow. Oh my god, sorry, is another patch.
Why is Duro deliberately
Of willow
staying
weed.
just one step behind me?
I wonder why. I'm just gonna. There was more willow weed, Navani, just like in the what was the square ahead. Well, it's behind you now, but there's more willow weed growing out of a crack in the flagstones. If you wanted to harvest it, is Andy? Are you hiding behind a coffin?
What's Andy doing with the 20?
And Andy just rolled to see odds or evens. Andy's going to try attempt to crack this one. She's standing out open.
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
but she just can't. She can't.
It doesn't seem that there is a small like there's one at the front. There is a little it's not bright. It's just iron. There's an iron bar, like a handle that you could lift this thing like a chest freezer. Like an ice box. Yeah. So opening it.
Yeah.
The coffin is filled almost to the brim with ash.
Can I what weapons do I have again? Can I use one of my weapons to stir the ash around a little bit and see if there's anything under there?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going with my club because don't have a short sword or anything. Oh no, I have a crowbar. I can use my crowbar to sort of dig around in there.
Yeah, Andy looking like a witch, just stirring these ashes in a coffin. So it's mostly you hit wood, you hear, but as you go, you kind of poke the crowbar around it and stir, and there is one, but you hit a little seems like you hit something metal at the bottom of the pile of ashes.
Oh dear. Okay.
It's just it's filled to the brim with ashes.
And how deep is the coffin? Is it 2 foot deep or 1 foot deep or a foot and a half?
Yeah,
normal coffin height?
I don't know. It's about coffin depth, I don't know. Yeah, probably 2 feet. I'm trying to think how deep a coffin is.
Okay, so she's gonna roll up one of her sleeves and reach down in there to see what that chink is.
Yeah, just get dead. Well, look, it could be just wood ashes. You don't know if it's a person.
In all fairness, I work in the
it's
brown
much
cloak.
too much.
I have had worse stuff on my arms.
I'll give you one thing. It's much too much ash to be a single person.
Yeah.
So, will you give me an investigation check?
18.
Nice. Yeah, so you're like a bloodhound for for the gold. You find okay. Let me see. Just let me grab D8, D10, D20. Okay, not a huge amount. You find 9 gold pieces. You find 17 silver and 33 copper, and also
A sword +1.
yeah.
I might make a friend. I might like redeem myself to some of the party if I do.
It seems to only it's worth about looks like it's worth about 14 like it's worth about 14 gold is this thing. Sorry, I just need to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 in amongst the ash is a it's just you only find one. It's a single silver threaded fine black leather glove just in amongst the ashes. You think it'll probably fetch about 14 gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So having raided one of them, she's kind of going to mark the rest of them aren't really worth the effort and the risk. But she didn't like totally loot the crap out of that. So somewhat dirtier. She's going to hustle after the rest of the group.
While she was away, I have nudged Pouches and said, she's back there thieving again. You're mighty fucking lucky I need you and your sister. I can't put
She
up
probably
with it.
is. At like this point, at the same time, Patches is like busy like harvesting the willow root. Like he's like talking to Droll, but also like I was like, luckily Vorden's back there, probably not keeping an eye on her.
He's fucking boots.
But Andy is going to probably hand the very dusty, pretty manky looking glove to Vorden because his missing fingers have to hurt in the cold.
Yeah, Andy, as you are kind of hurrying back to the others, for a split second, you thought you heard footsteps behind you.
If I turn and look, do I see anything?
You better not be about to attack us from behind when I am not checking the back for the first time ever.
No, you turn and just like right at the end of the corridor that you came from, you and Vorden both see just you just hear this scraping of steel on stone and just see a ghostly sword just disappearing around the corner, like away from you, like just lurking at the back of the corridor is that ghost, the farmer with the ornate sword.
Andy's just going to be thinking,
like it's stalking you.
Thinking for a moment, and it's going to ask Gordon, do you think that only happens when I steal something? And then she's going to shrug it off and no, it couldn't be. Keep going.
No, not in the slightest.
And then Vorden, suddenly he's just like he just got brain freeze. He just kind of winces and covers his rubbing, and it seems to be coming from because Vorden has 2 scars above it, in his forehead. He's just sort of like seems like he's in pain for a second, but then he shakes it off. Fucking air down here. It's giving me headaches.
I haven't found any wine yet, but here's to still hoping.
You've a nice new glove now, covered in the ashes of many dead people, to challenge people to a duel with. Just slap them in the face. It's a dueling glove. Okay, sorry. So reveal.
You got that willow root, right?
Yep, I did.
Hey.
Yep.
Borden's gonna come up here.
These tombs seem, or these coffins are a little nicer than that one, the ones in the corridor that had the one filled with ash.
Come on!
Give me 1 second. Do I? Bear with me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna make a. Can I make a note of this? Why is it not? Okay, was it not going to let me do that? Sorry, guys. Why is it not? Okay, it's really weird. It won't let me target something. I was going to try and mark off which one was looted. Don't know why it won't let me. Ah, that would be because I was on the wrong thing. Yeah, so can I just delete? Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so as you're going on, yes, you've got the willow weed. Where's my goddamn tool? This reveal tool is going to be the bane of my existence. So, Pouch, as you can see, directly ahead of this chamber is a set of steps leading down. And while all the coffins and tombs thus far have been wood, you can see here is a tomb of stone with the likeness of a woman on the lid. It's rather crude, looks old.
I'm going to ask the party, do we want to go down here or do we want to just look down these other corridors ahead?
Other corridors.
Okay, I'm going to move up and then look down the next one.
Yeah, and you can see it's a similar scene. It's a sort of a mirror of, oh god damn it, there's a mirror of the other chamber there. I'm gonna kill someone. This goddamn tool. There are there's another stone tomb. This on the opposite side of the wall. This one has a relief of a man, on top. And looking at this, you notice that with the two of them, you would have seen them connect here in the middle. Either tomb facing the tombs, so on the opposite wall of each chamber, they mostly have slipped out of their bonds now, but there are skeletons manacled to the walls facing the two tombs. And sorry, you're just coming around here.
That's not creepy at all.
Yeah. Yeah. This is again just deathly. So there was also I'll just mark it. There's also willow weed in this chamber.
No need to mark it. I'll just collect.
Yeah. No, well, it's in the chamber with the skeletons on the wall. Not in the. I assume you're. Oh God, sorry. Go on. So there is, much like the one that Andy's looking at, similar style of casket here. There are brass fixtures and this grey runner, a black grey runner which is threaded with silver. And there are some sort of remnants of pottery, probably what was once vases here, and it looks reasonably the casket might have cost a pretty penny in its day.
I'm gonna just sit and ritually cast detect magic and just see as I walk through if I'm seeing anything on the way back.
You're heading back, so to the east, yeah.
To here.
Yeah.
But once I've finished ritually casting only.
Yeah. So I mean, assuming are you gonna wait, all of you, until Pouches is takes
His 10 minutes.
Takes a breather. Yeah. And all of you, while Pouches is doing that, everybody but Pouches, will you give me a perception check, please? Yeah, so all of you but Vorden is kind of oblivious. He seems to be lost in his thoughts.
He's got the DTs.
Yeah. Every so often, not at exactly the same time, but each of you kind of, sometimes you feel like you're being watched, and sometimes those whispers come in, and just each of you over the 10 minutes at some point kind of look, and out of the corner of your eye, the periphery, you swear you see that farmer standing there with the sword, but then you look and he's gone. It's always at the edge of your vision, around a corner. But yeah, as after that time, Pouches, your detect magic is up.
Was this coffin as easy to open as the other one?
Yeah, I mean, if during that 10 minutes, if you wanted to try and, like, it looks like you'd just be able to open it. You know, it's not gonna. Presumably, you try to just open them before you go for the crowbar.
Yeah. If we're waiting, is it 10 minutes to cast the ritual?
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
you'll definitely have checked out the coffin.
Yeah, it's heavy. It seems like mahogany or something. You know, it's a heavy wood, but it lifts. It's just, you know, there's a bit of heft to it. And when you open it, nothing. You don't feel anything anyway. You kind of, you swear you can feel Ember holding her breath as well. You know, but inside, as you open the casket, there is so you see some coins, you see some gems, and some objet d'art. So gold. Okay. Okay, you find 8 gold pieces. So 17 silver. 60 copper pieces. And you find gemstones worth 11%. Gemstones worth 21 gold. And 12, 11, and then worth about 23 gold pieces is see what we find. What's behind door number 2? So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. There's a silver goblet studded with bronze, worth about 23 gold pieces. Just here amongst a pile of bones and 1 or 2 tattered remnants of cloth garment.
Okay, so that's how Andy spent her 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, that would have only taken a couple of minutes, and there is another coffin there, you know.
I am starting to feel that, like, Andy has to be getting weighed down by the jingling at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, so she'll probably have been trying to do that somewhat, like, without attracting
I mean, most
attention.
of the coins and they'll weigh a bit, but a lot of the sort of artifacts and antiques you found actually aren't like that heavy. You found like the glove, and did you put the mask back? Are you someone carrying it? I don't remember.
Oh no, I nicked the mask again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the goblet, you know, it's not a huge amount. So Pouches, as you're walking back east, and it's 30 feet, right?
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Okay, so from where you're standing, here in the chamber, the western chamber, you're getting a sense of magic.
From what direction?
From this here, from the western chamber, with the western one with the stone crypt and the two skeletons.
Oh, this one.
Yes. And it seems to be coming from that tomb.
School of Magic.
Give me 1 second. What is in here? I'd say illusion. Yeah,
It's coming from inside the coffin.
Yeah.
Does it look fairly easy to open this coffin?
I mean, it's not secured in it. It's just, there is a heavy stone lid. So it's just a flat slab, and then it has this, relief, like a carving of a man. Again, very crude. It's very simple features. It's a very old coffin.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
I mean, it's not like cave art, simple, but it's not a Renaissance, or the Greco-Roman, very lifelike statue.
I'm gonna go try give it a little bit of a push and open it.
Yeah, I'm actually just gonna, for the sake of argument, just say, while Vorden was looking around, he took the torch down here, and you can see that there is more going this way. So sorry, you're just pushing on it, is it? See if it opens. Or trying to lift it. Yeah, Pouches, you push it. It's give me a strength check.
That's one of those things I'm really good at. -1s really help with that. 0.
The Pouch's arms snap off at the elbow. Christ.
More semantic components for you.
I see him struggling with that, and I go,
Hey, he's a wizard. Cut him some slack.
fuck's sake. And I go up and I'll move it. What do I give you? A strength check?
Yeah, give me a strength check on this.
That's a saving throw. Strength.
To be fair, realistically, like Navani's just going to be able to. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's doable. It's just, I think maybe Pouch has got a bit that was kind of covered in, like moss or slime. It couldn't get purchased. But it does it. You kind of push it a little bit, so it's askew, so that you can kind of grab a hold of it and because especially if you don't want to lift it in case it cracks, but you kind of lift it a little bit and move it off so you can peer inside, and wrapped around the skeleton, sort of draped over its shoulders. All its other garments have rotted away, but just clasped at the shoulder is a hooded cloak around its shoulders. That is, it is a like a deep sort of royal blue, that kind of very rich blue color around its shoulders.
Cool.
And that is where the magic is coming from.
I'm gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna go and check the other chamber once I've stuffed it into my backpack.
Yeah, there is
just kind of not
from the other tomb.
I'm just gonna be like, sis, I need your help again.
Oh,
And then I'm
God.
gonna try and push it myself first.
I'm gonna watch him push it.
Having watched this, Andy is going to look back at Durrell and say,
Oh!
it's okay.
Wow. There's the extremes. So natural 1 on the first run to natural 20 on this one.
He's watching what Navani did, and kind of grabbed it and. Yeah, so as Andy
also
says to
illusion.
Jordan.
Oh yeah, Andy's just pointing at this and then saying to Durrell, how come it's okay when he does it, but apparently it's not okay when I do it.
When who does what? I can't see anything. Would you and Forden move?
Sorry.
I think I think it would probably be transmutation, or maybe evocation. Not quite
Cool.
sure, but inside the tomb is it's a fairly simple short sword, with again, it's the leather seems unmarred by time. It's not rotted. It's well preserved. It's a supple sort of tan leather, simple iron bar or steel bar for a crossguard, simple unadorned pommel. This short sword though is very, very faintly glowing in the darkness, like just very.
Okay.
It's got a very light.
You said it's a short
soft
sword.
glow. It's a short sword.
Cool. I'm going to take that as well, and then I'm going to rejoin the party, and I'm going to sit down on the floor and just begin to ritually cast Identify on both objects.
Yeah,
How long
it's a sort
does
of
he
a
think we're going to stand
glow
by
like a
while
moon.
he gestures in the air? 20 minutes in this? Come on. We got to get going.
See, he's nicking stuff.
Also, someone's going to collect. Somebody want to collect that willow weed, Varney?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just say it's another one. Another
I
one
give
bites the
up. You
dust.
guys are fucking
Cool.
with shit you don't know about, and it's going to bite you both in the arse.
Borden is like,
At least mine is just
what's-
points. This is glowing.
Yeah, glowing shit that we found near a necromancer's gravesite. That always goes real well.
I'm just like
"These-
ignoring
none of these-
girl and just focusing
None of
on my
these
car.
fuckers were buried with wine. These people know what to take into the afterlife. People deserve to be dead. Getting pissed at this point.
No, he wishes he was getting pissed at this point.
Yeah.
I'll do the cloak first.
Okay. Let me just pull up the exact description. So, you're ritually casting Identify, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Second, just make sure I don't forget anything. So, after I'm assuming it's 10 minutes for Identify as well. Is it, or a minute?
10 minutes. All
10,
my
okay.
rituals are always 10 minutes plus casting.
Oh yeah,
time of the
sorry,
spell.
10 plus casting. Yeah, sorry, not one. Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, it's the cloak of many fashions. So, while wearing this, I can put in the thing.
I've encountered it before, so I'll keep that one to myself.
Yeah, so for the rest of the class, so while wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to change the style, color, and apparent quality of the garment. The cloak's weight doesn't change, so regardless of its appearance, the cloak can't be anything but a cloak. And although it can duplicate the appearance of other magic cloaks, it doesn't gain their properties. So you could have this thing. You could just make it like most of the time. If you want to make it, it'll look like you'd probably have to make it look like the brown cloak because otherwise they wouldn't let you out in it, But if you need to, you can change the color and the texture of the cloak.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put it back in my bag for now, and then I'm gonna cast on the sword. See if I can figure out what that is.
Okay. So, yeah, as you're all presumably you're waiting around patiently for pouches. You cast Identify on the sword.
Yep.
Not so
And
patiently, but yeah.
yeah. So another common magic item. So this it's a moon touched short sword. So in darkness, the unsheathed blade of this sword sheds moonlight, creating bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet. So in darkness, the sword will glow with sort of soft moonlight. Sorry. There's a scabbard with it as well.
Yeah.
Because you can sheath it to. Sorry, there's a scabbard.
I'm going to say, Andy, do you want this? It glows when you pull it out.
Yes, she does.
So I'll give that over to Andy because I figure
Attack with that.
the poor Hume, poor Hume needs to see in the dark.
But I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Vorden, don't you use a
the guy
rapier?
who's done nothing but carry around a torch all day might need it.
Well,
I was figuring
stabbier than Andy. Oh, I don't know. But it's a good point. She needs. But if I stand there with the glowy sword, then Andy can aim for the things that are caught in the radius of my glowy sword.
Okay, so I'll then give it to Vorden.
I don't know. I don't. Is it? If it's this or the wine, I mean, I don't want.
Sorry, I don't have detect wine prepared today.
Well, we can. Yeah. Well, even just for the time being, I'll save me. I think this torch is close to running out.
At that point, I'm then going to say to Navani, so which way? Down these stairs or down the other stairs?
Let's go down these ones, seeing as we're closer to them.
Okay. And then we head to the next level. Dun, dun,
Hang
dun.
on, sorry. Is it not? It's not really.
No, that's good.
No, why is it? I don't know. It's not doing the.
Oh, the graduation
dim light. Yeah, I don't know why is it not doing the. Oh, sorry, because it's the same radius. So 30. Sorry. Yeah. So it's kind of moonlight. Yes, well, press on. Yeah, so let me just briefly just gonna grab you all. Don't mind me. And copy and just paste everybody over. Let's just get this ready. So just give me 1 second. Double check. Where are you? What side are you on? So you're coming down the western set of steps. So, oh, sorry, it's. Sorry, it's just like paste them in it, like paste everyone in it.
Does anyone else ever feel that
weird.
we need another vowel?
Another vowel?
Yeah, it's like a vowel, please, Carol, so we can. Like,
Yeah, I've seen trying to figure out how to make Dave happen or Van.
If we had alphabet, we could have like Dav Pen or something like that, you know?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25.
Dan, Van, Pod. Anyone else? Anyone got better than a 3-letter?
35, 40, 45, 50, 60. Sorry, guys. Just.
I think we need to go foreign languages that, you know, something like Welsh that has more consonants than you can throw a stick at, you know?
Yeah.
I had a laugh when Clarkson went to. I've got a 4-letter, by the way, Boyd. When Clarkson went to Wales and he covered all the vowels on the car because it would scare the locals.
So, yeah, you popped out, and again there is this you're coming down these steps, and they go for 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet down deeper into the earth, and that smell of rot, stale rot is thicker in the air. We can assume that maybe like, I don't know, I just had to have you in a line because obviously I couldn't pick people off. Oh, actually, what I could do is, let me just reveal like a bit.
There goes Handy Andy again.
I'll just hang on. Let me like, if you want to do like a marching.
She's just getting out of Durrell's way, like you said earlier. We were blocking the way,
Yeah, I'll just reveal
Not
like
up
a
to
bit
anything.
of, a bit of like, blank space up there if people want to, like, you know what I mean? If Navani wants to come down first on the steps and you guys want to choose what way you're spreading out or whatever, if it makes any difference.
Can I retcon and say that before we left upstairs, I recast Detect Magic? Again,
Ritually?
as a ritually.
You spend 10 minutes doing that and nothing happens. I mean, you cast Detect Magic, but
yeah,
nothing
I'm just
else
gonna
happens.
like walk
That may have
down
been
this
decided by a
corridor.
dice roll.
So
there's willow weed underneath your feet.
I'm gonna gather that.
So you
since-
can see
since
on
pouches-
sorry,
Sorry.
these are very this of a similar style. These crypts around here, they are, they're older. They're not these simple wooden caskets. They are, old stone. There are, on some of them, you can see, these ones at the far walls have human figures on them, but the two that you can see currently in the central passageway have like animal reliefs. Like there's a wolf, a lion, and then it seems like you can't see any further down, but there's just sort of like animal reliefs on them, statues. So these are slightly different than upstairs. Down here, it seems to be an older still part of the catacombs, and they're all stone crypts that you can see.
I'm just gonna like slowly walk to the end and see if anything pings my senses.
So,
but I'll like
you
cautiously like look down each corridor as I get to it.
Yeah. So you can see more of these. And pardon me. So as you round that corner, suddenly you can see, just from the corner of your eye, just materializing out of thin air, is this twisted, like howling specter. Not like the farmer ghost that you've seen. This is this sort of faint purple glow. It's twisted around. Its limbs are sort of cracked and flowing. Tattered robes form the base of it, and its head is constantly swirling, and it seems to be like several gaping mouths just howling and whispering and sending forth this terrible noise into the air. It's like several faces all around it, and with that, as this creature screams into the silence of the catacombs, I'm going to roll initiative. Is that coming up? It is. Sorry. So this creature, I cannot roll shit for initiative. So
Says you.
Earl says he's there with you.
Yeah.
Michaela, initiative. Pouch has got in trouble again.
Yeah.
Typical.
No glowy from the coffins and all this.
19.
No glowy. No glowy. So I'm just gonna. There's another bit of willow weed there. There's quite a lot of it down here. So, that looks like Navani's up. Oh, hang on. Let me roll for Vorden. See what he gets.
I'm
What's his
predicting
token?
a 9
Where's his token?
near the entrance.
Yeah, it's like. Okay, is that gonna roll for me? Oh, 18.
18.
So he's up after Navani. So, yeah, Navani, you from where Pouches is, you just heard this this like howling scream, but it sounded like several voices kind of all rolled into one. It's this terrible sound.
Okay. I'm going to make my way towards the sound, and I think my speed is 30 foot, so it'll only get me so far. So it'll get me to just beyond this thingy. And that's all I can do right now.
Yeah, is that 5? Oh yeah, did you dash? Did you?
No,
no, you
didn't.
I didn't.
You can dash to cover more ground if you want, or if you want to ready something.
I'm going to dash
know.
to get closer. So how much further does that get me? 20 feet? Another
30.
30. Okay.
Another 30. So just your movement again. Yeah.
Okay. So that brings me up right behind it.
Sweet. Yeah. So as you see this thing appear, it has a very faint kind of smoky purple. It almost looks like it's ghostly, but almost looks like it's kind of made out of smoke. And it's like it's constantly twisting, and there's all these faces appearing out of the smoke, and there's this whispering, and it sounds like the whispers you've been hearing throughout, but now much louder in your head. And Vorden is gonna. What the fuck is going? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's like, oh, fuck. He comes around the corner and sees this thing, and the moon touch sword just sort of lights up the area. Yeah. Actually, I think Vorden would still have... he's got his rapier, and then he can... Oh, no. Never mind. No. Yeah. Okay. That was Vorden. Pouches.
So I'm going to move up to here, and I'm going to attempt to attack this thing because it looks evil.
Sure.
Does a 22 hit?
A 22 does hit. And
8 points of cold.
Pouches, you summon up, you coalesce moisture into the air, into shards of frost, and then into this sort of icicle. You shoot it out towards this thing, and like the ice hits it and then dissipates into mist, and the mist just seems to be absorbed by the smoke, and it doesn't look like it did anything.
Ooh, that's not good.
Just, it's like for a second, like you think it's turned to look at you, but it's impossible to tell because it's just many faces are swirling and howling and screaming, wailing. You can move though.
I'm gonna stay where I am. That's into my turn.
Andy.
Oh, it's me already. Okay. So Andy is going to first of all move the 25 feet she has to there. 1 second. So from here, do I have a line of sight on that? Or is the corner kind of in the way?
It will have half cover. You can you can see that there's something there, but it'd be a tricky shot, but not
Yeah,
doable.
I'm gonna fire off a crossbow at it.
Yeah.
And it's got sneak attack. Okay. 25 to hit.
Nice.
Oh, yes. That's a hit.
Okay, for 17 damage. How did I get 10
Okay.
sneak attack? What? Oh yeah, 2d6.
Damn.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, 2 5s, yeah. Nice. What is it, 17?
So 17.
Cool. So, yeah, so again, the arrow, or the bolt rather, you shoot forward, it skims right between the wall and Navani, and it hits into it. It kind of disappears into smoke. You see it, the smoke sort of parts and dissipates a bit as the bolt goes through it, and it lets out like a pained moan, but so you feel like it felt it, but then it's also difficult to tell if it did a lot of damage. You just you're kind of shooting semi-solid smoke, so it's hard to tell. And
okay, and then bonus action dash to here. So I'm behind this.
sure. Yeah. Let me just. Sorry, the initiative thing is in the way. Just trying to reveal that for you. Cool. There's some more down this way. I might as well just reveal it because, cool. So that's Andy.
That is Andy's turn.
Okay, so it is now the Whisperer's turn. And what is the Whisperer going to do? So, who's it got around it? Yes, so who is everybody but Doral? Will all of you give me? Yeah, will all of you give me a Wisdom save? I'm just going to roll for Vorden. Who passes? So it's DC 14 as well. Just.
Oh, geez. Andy does not make it.
18.
7.
No.
5.
Oh. Okay, damage isn't too bad.
Dural's so far behind, he doesn't even need to do it. Like, it's like, fuck you guys. You can sort this shit out.
So, anyone who succeeded, which is Navani and Vorden, take. Let me just. Hang on, I need to keep a track of this on the sheet. So, you take 4 psychic damage from its howling babble, as it just, like, there's just this maddening sound in your minds, just shrieks and wails and moans and shouts and screams, just this awful noise. And those of you who failed,
We get it, Ben. You're in a relationship.
you take 8 psychic damage, and you are stunned until the end of the Whisperer's next turn, as you are just racked with these horrific auditory hallucinations, or maybe not hallucinations. Who knows? So it's released its howling babble, but then it's going to move. Sorry, who is? Yeah, so 5, 10, 15.
Do I get an attack of
20,
opportunity?
25, 30. You will, as does Vorden.
Okay.
Vorden misses. So you can take an attack of opportunity.
Smite it. Smite it.
Ah, no, 11.
What is that? And 11 is not far off. It's not like, it's a little slow. It's kind of, floaty. I don't know why it went around you, actually. Sorry. Navani, there's this horrible feeling, and you get, like, it doesn't do damage, but there's just a horrible scream inside your head as this thing passes through you on its way to, moving back. It just starts basically, like, drifting back with its tattered, smoky form flying away, and there's just this, a dreadful sensation washes through you. Doral, you've been hearing these horrible sounds.
Way up, and I spend my action on a dash.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 50. And that's my turn.
Cool. Navani.
I'm going to move up and smash it in its many faces.
Go for it.
So, okay. Come on. Ooh, 20.
Yep, that's a hit.
6 damage.
Mm-hmm. So 6 damage. So again, swinging your warhammer at it. Again, you smash, and you feel something like some sort of resistance. You've hit something tangible, but it's like you're putting your warhammer through smoke, and it doesn't really impact like you would expect. It doesn't do quite as much damage as you would think a swing of that weight would, but it does still seem to have hurt it some.
Okay, that's my turn.
Cool. Vorden. Where is things? So Vorden is going to 5 to 10, 20, 25, 30. He's going to get here, and he is going to swing at it with the short sword, which is a hit. And come on, 6. Okay, so 6 damage. So this thing, Navani, up close, you can see with the so when Vorden brings the short sword up, and it cuts through, like it feels there's a bit more of a bite, and the smoke kind of glows, and it howls a little bit more as the sort of magic touched weapon, the arcane steel cuts through it. But he cannot do the booming blade. It's
But I can if he tries to move.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'll assume we just assume that you're always doing the booming blade, unless you say otherwise, I suppose.
Yeah, but I'm saying it for myself to remind myself that if he moves, it's going to take 1d8.
Yeah, exactly. So that was Vorden, and Pouches is stunned.
He's going to stand there with his brain dribbling out his ears that's used as a seed bag.
Yeah, it's on like genuinely like a would be, I assume, a frightening experience for Pouches. His mind he's temporarily not in control of his mind. His greatest asset.
That's his he does not like this.
No, Andy, same. You find yourself momentarily stunned, the ultimate form of you're a prisoner in your own consciousness.
Yeah, so she definitely looks freaked out because she can't run away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Do you want to roll? Or I'll roll for Ember. Also, because I have a set of orange.
What?
Dice.
No.
It's a cat. It can hear these screams. It passes, and
so who called that bear and kills the cat?
I think we checked. There's probably just one, isn't it? Yeah.
Live
Ember,
cat for emotional
Ember
purposes.
is not okay. I just need to check one thing. Can you bear with me for 1 second?
How many cats do you have, Fona?
4.
4. Wow. You kept the whole litter, didn't you? Or did you give?
I kept 3 of the 5. So
Nice.
yeah. This is the mommy. But
Oh.
since she's appropriately ginger, she can stand and await Ember's
Yeah.
death.
Ember is not dead, but the cat does mew and go down. It has 2 hit points. It's not dead, but it's knocked out by the damage.
Oh, no.
Hang on.
You're not killing the cat, Ben.
No.
That's our mascot. You can't kill it.
We reckon there should be 27. Chat reckons they should have 27 death saves.
I think that sounds about right, yeah.
Well, hang on, I did this to myself. So, fuck. Yeah, no, that's okay. No, we're moving on. The cat is unconscious. I have things I can't say.
Like the fact that the cat has 2 hit points and it did half damage and inflicted 4, which means the cat should actually be dead.
No, if only that was all the secrets and lies. So that was. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Before Doral is the Whisperer again. The Whisperer. God damn it. Sorry. Where is it? Okay, yeah. The Whisperer turns its attention to Vorden just ahead of it, and he fails his wisdom save. So
Vorden does.
Yeah, fuck. 8 plus so give me a second here. Where's this sheet? Sorry. Come on. Why won't it? Sorry. It's being laggy for me for some reason. So Vorden takes 11 points of psychic damage, and he uses his reaction, and you see this thing like kind of leans over it, like it whispers in Vorden's direction, and smoke comes out of his mouth and sort of like passes through Vorden's ear, and then he feels it cloud his brain, and his eyes just smoke over. Smoke just envelops his pupils, and is a miss, but taking the moon. So Navani, suddenly Vorden just looks at you and just goes and swings at you with the sword. But you manage to get your shield up in time, and then he kind of snaps out of it, and he's realized what he's done, and he Vorden fails another wisdom save, and just kind of you can see him freaking out a bit. He kind of he is a bit stunned. Something seems to be up with him. So Doral, sorry, it's your turn now. Oh, sorry, and the Whisperer is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can take attack of opportunity, Navani.
Okay. Is it not me next, no?
No, sorry, I accidentally skipped over. Went over Doral. Yeah,
24.
So you can attack, yeah.
5 bludgeoning.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to
Clip it.
swing the hammer in and cut a bit. So Doral, as your turn comes around, you see this thing again drifting through the catacombs past you, this swirling, smoking, muttering thing.
Alright then. I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I see it from here?
You can, yep.
And I will try hucking a big piece of rock at its many faces.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, a 12 to hit.
It just goes wide.
Ugh.
Like it's about to hit it, and it just, you realize what you thought was part of its form was that, because it's still dim light, it was actually a shadow, and it seems like it missed it by a breath.
I have 5 feet more movement left, and I start
Yep.
backing up in panic.
Yeah, smart
That's
move. Navani.
Right. I suppose I'm like all my party members are incapacitated as such. I'm just going to do what Navani would do and run up to it and smash it.
Yeah.
So another Warhammer. $17 to hit. And another 7 bludgeoning.
Okay. Yeah.
Update that as well.
Okay. Again, it's
Little chunks.
Sorry. Can't think. Yeah. So I mean, it's not impacting like you'd want it to.
Yeah.
It's it'll have to do.
That's all I got, man.
Vorden is sort of he kind of gets a bit of a 1,000-yard stare, and is stunned for the turn, and Pouches, you are back in control.
So I saw them disappear down that corridor.
Yeah, you're still kind of conscious. You're still aware of what was happening.
Is that enough for me to get a line of sight and fire on it?
No, it's blocked.
Oh wait, sorry, I've got 5 more feet. And from there, I'm gonna.
Yeah, if it's an attack roll, it'll have +2 AC. But if not, you can see it, so you can target it.
It is an attack. Oh wait, you said Ray of Frost didn't seem to do anything to this thing, right?
No, it seemed you'd be reasonably sure it's immune, or it's not taking any damage from the cold.
I'm gonna try magic missile at first level.
Okay, so 5 total. So, yeah, that is
No.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was.
13
sorry.
total.
Each one. Cool. Yeah. So. Cool. So, let me just double check. Yeah. The little glowing darts fly forward, and they are kind of pushed forward. There's a bit of fury behind them after what it just did to you. And again, they rip through it, and part of the smoke, glows and dissipates. And then, as it punctures and pummels it, that you see that it's kind of dissipated its form somewhat, and it's not fully reforming, and so it seems to be diminished now, and like it's not as full as it once was.
Okay.
That Andy, you snap out of your stupor.
So Andy is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And as she runs on in a dash bonus move, she is going to shout out to the others, if it's running away, maybe we should let it. And she'll get to there. And that's Andy's turn.
Okay. Now it's its turn. Oh, hang on. I never...
Oh no.
Don't worry, nothing recharges. Since Navani, you're in front of it, and it's kind of like it's there. You're just there one-on-one. It doesn't like be pinned back, and this time its mouth like opens wide, it howls, and it shoots out with two hands and goes to grab you. Oh, okay. But it gets a natural 1. I'm gonna let you use your reaction to make an attack on it if you want.
Yes.
As it it kind of pulls back to lunge at you.
Okay. Oh, 14.
It's a hit.
Okay.
It's got AC 13.
12 damage.
Okay, so
That was so nearly a 20.
it's half damage, but it's pulling back and it's going for you. You see the opening. Nirvana, you put your shield up and sort of in a kind of, that Thor like kind of wind up, with the hammer, it just goes and just uppercuts this thing with the hammer. And it's weird when it connects on the last hit, you feel solid, like you actually hit like something's jaw. You will hear a snap, and it's like its head goes back and one mouth opens and kind of like howls as if a neck is broken, and then another face kind of goes back, and another face as if it's like going through a Rolodex of these screaming faces, until eventually the last one just dissipates into a wisp of smoke, and it disappears. As it had 6 hit points left, and it did 6. It was just
enough.
On the money.
Okay. So I want to. Oh yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Really. Quickly. This is a little strange. I might need like 1 minute to work something out.
No.
If I can have 1 minute, just something unexpected.
Well,
so I don't know if
I think I just want to do one thing really quickly. I want to go. Did Andy just leave Ember where she was?
Ember's in my pocket.
Okay, all right. Well, I want to go up to Andy. Oh, sorry. And cast like 1 point of lay on hands on the cat. And then do you want to take like a little 5-minute intermission or something?
Yeah.
No.
Ben works.
No. Just we can stay on stream, but you can take the intermission if you want. Or I don't know if people want to talk about the mag or anything else we have coming up, just for like 1 minute. Cause it's something that's
yeah, that doesn't sound good. I don't want to give you that minute, Ben. But it looks like we're gonna have to.
No, it's
but let's do it. You carry on. You do your stuff. We'll chat amongst ourselves.
No, actually, I think that's that's sorted it. So Navani, you go up to so sorry, that dice roll sorted it. So you Andy, give me a perception check, and Navani, give me an insight check.
Oh no. Insight.
8 perception.
Oh, 7 insight. We're doing really well on these.
No, you don't know. Nothing. You
no.
you give no. You
no, you don't
go
know.
up. Ember comes back to life with 1 hit point. Or she was basically making death saves. And it's just
I say to Andy, like, you need to take better care of her. Like, that could have been fatal.
Andy is now like hugging Ember because now she's realized that Ember was like dead briefly, almost dead, and she's like, oh no, and she's like reaching into her pouch to get like a little bit of fish and like offer it, and they're like, you're okay.
Make an offering to the gods.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, that's that. I think I'll just move on a little bit.
I'm just a tad worried that there's like an elder god in Ember now, like Ember Tulu or something. And it's gonna like come back to bite us.
Okay, Warden snaps out of it. And but he looks shook. And he starts walking kind of back to main chamber. The fuck are we gonna get out of here?
As soon as we find the necromancer.
Why?
And I want to do this as quickly as we can. I'm gonna head back here and pick up this willow weed.
Yep. Just
Wandering around the rest of the room, do I see any? I actually need to make a con save first, just to see if I hold on to.
Yeah.
12.
Oh yeah.
So my detect magic stays up. So I'm just gonna wander through the rest of this room and check the rest of these coffins if any of them give me the sparkles, the glow and tingle.
So it's what is it? It's blocked by how many feet of stone?
A foot of stone.
Okay. No. So if you walk around the room, or as many of them as it's. How long does it last?
10 minutes.
Yeah, long enough to more than enough to walk around. No, there's no magical ping off of any of these tombs.
Okay, I'm gonna say then let's move on.
All right.
I'm gonna start making my way down to here, and I'm gonna peek into this corridor and back.
Okay. So how much is? Well, first of all, I mean this goes. This goes around the corner, and then this you can see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. This also goes around the corner.
I'm gonna say to Navani at this point, we're gonna be down here forever.
Certainly feels that way.
What is this over here? Can I see that?
It's difficult to tell. It looks like it. It's dim in here, so it's only it's red on the map, but to you it's all shades of grey. In the dark vision, in the pitch black, but it looks like cloth. Like a carpet or something.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to there and look down these two corridors. I'm just gonna peek from the edge, actually.
So you're looking down all these. So you can see like so like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 50, 60. And there are alcoves lining the wall all along here. Also seems to extend out a bit this way. You'd probably see more of this, and you can assume that that connects up there. There's also a chamber here with a stone casket.
Nothing still on detect magic, I'm guessing.
Nothing yet. Nope.
I'm gonna move up and look at this cloth.
Yeah, it is definitely. It's apologies for the crudeness of it. It should be one long red carpet that extends down into the chamber.
Creepy. And then to the north.
Yeah, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. Sorry. So all the way up to the icon. Sorry, I accidentally revealed something there. Over here. Just put this back on. So yeah, this seems to go back around to the other staircase. There is again another chamber with side chambers.
I'm gonna start walking up this way.
Don't you want to follow the carpet?
Not yet.
There are more on these two stone caskets. There are reliefs of very, again, simple carvings of warriors or soldiers. And in here, carvings of 4 maidens.
Does the stairs, do they go up or down?
Those stairs go up.
Oh.
And no pings still.
I don't know, guys.
No
I mean,
pings.
red carpet's usually like carpet in a place like this. Surely that's going to be where the important dude is.
I mean, maybe.
Seems
Maybe, but
I just really want to go home now.
You just worry about Ember and keeping her alive.
Ember is back in my pocket, and there's like one hand disappeared into my cloak, which is clearly very, very clearly petting Ember, like almost maniacally at this point. It's like
there's a
Take
joke
my
there, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, don't touch that, Kyle. Okay. Should we follow the red carpet then?
I'm more worried that we don't. I would rather we find this altar first, and hopefully that gives us some help.
Sorry, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
And I feel like if it's going to be anywhere, it's probably going to be on this level.
Okay.
True.
This seems to be like soldiers and important people that have an altar down here.
Still nothing on the ceiling.
Yeah. There's another one of these two here facing in opposite directions. There are what do you call it? Rampant, there are two
no, don't go.
like two bears. It looks, like sort of like heraldic bears, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, rampant bear.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Okay,
pouch,
well-
as you can see, 10 going around the corner, and then again here going around the corner, and Varney. On this tomb here, there is a sphinx in the crypt.
Okay.
No magic ping,
Go further
Boo.
down.
except very faint pouches. Very faint ping of magic coming, and now I'd say at this point it's getting close to wearing off. Off this, it looks like a metal, like an iron, like a chandelier or something coming up from the floor. It looks like this sounds similar to what Mornstar had described in the note. Oh, and sorry, one thing, you can collect them if you want. Sorry,
I'm laughing at the chat there. They're asking what Andy's passive selfishness is.
Oh, it's like 20. 25?
Sorry, there is.
I can't go.
Yeah,
I will
there
have collected
was,
both.
Yeah, there's willow, 1, 2, 3, 4 willow weeds there on the map that you would have passed. Sorry. So
Okay.
yeah, you see this Where am I? So yeah, there is this sort of strange chandelier-like thing. There is a yeah, where did I put the? Sorry, guys, where did it go? Yeah, in the center of this thing, at the top is a group of, and I think I said it you might have said it in the letter. There's a group of like white stones of some kind. They almost look a bit like spent coals. These white, up in the top, unlit, and then on these smaller little bowls or braziers, around in tiered rings. Looks like oil of some kind in these things.
I'm gonna just move over here and just move up this corridor here. I want to just check the back end.
Yeah, I just assuming that you kind of do a loop around. It's much the same.
So Andy is sticking close to Vord and staring at the stones, but she's like, how do you set a stone on fire?
Yeah.
As firebolt? Maybe.
Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, I'm looking at you. Who else can do that?
I can't do that.
You've got tinder boxes for, I don't know, for lighting torches. I mean,
I've got a vial of that dragon spit thing.
That may work. Well, we could try the torch first.
Was that what we had to do? Light the stones on fire and then the ring?
Pouches is gonna just like do it like really over the top and like pretend like he's casting something, but really he's pulling out a tinder box and trying to light. But he's gonna like be really like when small children are sarcastically doing something, and like almost like they're throwing a little bit of a not a tantrum, but like a do I have to really do this? That's exactly how Pouches is gonna do this.
I say dance, monkey, dance.
And then he's just gonna light. What were we instructed to light, actually?
Light the stone.
Light the stones, and then
as you spark
the outer ring
onto this, the stones suddenly just erupt into fire, and it lights the chamber like weakly. It lights in a sort of a 10-foot radius, 10-15-foot radius. And it is pure white fire. It feels cool. There's no there's like warmth off of it, but not,
and nothing else happens.
So how are we supposed to get lucky from this? Wasn't that
does anyone remember what the note said?
Light the stones, light a ring, and we get lucky?
Okay, I'm gonna then light.
There's other lamps around.
I'm gonna go around and light
little lamps filled with oil, like a little, almost like a holy water little font,
I'm gonna go and light them all.
Well, when you light the first one, will you give me a religion check? With using wisdom, so it would actually be just give me, if you're not proficient in religion, then you can just give me a wisdom check. So it's a wisdom religion check. I know it's kind of like making a strength intimidation. So it's a wisdom check, but if you're proficient in religion, you'll get to add your proficiency bonus.
17.
Okay. So, so when you light this, Pouches, very like strangely, you're not really expecting anything, but you light one of these oil lamps, and again a little white flame comes out, and you get there's just the barest. You get a flash of a memory you didn't know you had. It sounds like You don't know what she's saying, but it's certain it's your mother's voice. Saying something, and there's a little rush of warmth, like as if somebody put a hand on your shoulder, and you are under the effect of the bless spell for the next hour.
This is it. Hey,
you are blessed.
Dural is flipping through a notebook in his hands, and he says, "This is it."
Yeah. This is more of a sorry. Yeah,
no?
Just so that people don't. If you're gonna light them all, it's a bit of a meta thing, but you'll find out anyway. Like if Pouches goes to light the second one, it's a kind of you can benefit like once per 24 hours. So you won't get the blessing again. Like you light a second one and you don't nothing seems to.
I was gonna say that someone else needs to light the second one already. So I'm gonna
Sorry,
Navani light the next one.
Yeah. My actual notebook that I normally take notes on is out of battery right now, so I can't actually check.
Listen. We need watch out for large chandelier-like altars with white stones on top. Light the stones and then light one of the pools of oils and pray, and with luck you will be blessed. That's what we were told, right?
Yeah, that sounds exactly right. So should I light the oils or should I light the other stone?
I think all the stones lit when I did it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a central fire on top, and it's if you had tried to light the oil without lighting the stones, weirdly, nothing would have happened. They wouldn't have caught fire. So it's like the altar needs to be lit. It needs to be burning, and then you can light the individual candle, little lamps.
Okay.
I just want to see 1 second. Yep, sorry.
That's I'm going to light the oil.
Mm-hmm. And give me again. Are you proficient in religion?
Yes.
Yeah. So it would basically be. Or actually, hang on. Let me look at your sheet. You can give me. I'm just trying to think what the easiest way to do it is for Navani, because it would be like a wisdom check plus your. So are you proficient in any wisdom skills? You. Yeah, you are. So it would be. It would basically you could roll an insight, and it would be the same amount, So we'll treat it as religion.
20.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So similarly, it's you've never felt it quite so strongly. There was something close. It's similar to the feeling that you got when you took your oath in Cordelia's chambers, but you feel Celastra's presence for just a moment, and your warhammer feels warm, and your whole body kind of warms, and again you two are under the effect of bless for an hour.
Nice.
And you feel invigorated. Vorden steps up and is and he's remembering his conversation with his religion is on his mind. He had the conversation with brother Barnifer before. He's kind of sitting there, and he prays and silently, privately to himself, and nothing seems to happen, and he sort of just leans against the wall, kind of staring at the floor.
Okay.
Weird.
Andy's staring at Daryl.
Nah, fuck this. Nah, don't believe in it. Nope. Either that or, I don't know, in 10 days' time, a big toe will fall off or something. I don't know. Fuck that.
She's now staring.
Doral is currently cursed.
He is?
From, I think isn't he in the downtime he attended the execution of that serial killer mage.
Yeah.
And he cursed him, and he has, I think you've disadvantage on like intelligence checks and saves or something.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what the extent of it is, but you know that much.
Hasn't affected me. Nah.
Mhm.
Nah, no. I'm not messing with that. Like that. What are you going to do? You're looking off into the wide.
Somewhat worriedly looking at Gordon, who looks kind of depressed or upset about something, Andy will approach and try to light one of these things. Is it any wisdom skill?
It is a religion check. It's wisdom religion, so it's like it's a wisdom ability check. And if you're proficient in religion, you would add your proficiency bonus. But I don't think Andy is.
Oh,
is she?
she's not. No, so
You can just give me straight wisdom. You have to. So Andy is it's you're praying. You know.
Can she pray for survival and roll survival?
No, but you can. We can say. I mean, if that's what Andy is praying at this altar for.
Well, Andy's freaked the fuck out right now, and she's not sure about setting something on fire because what happens if like she turns into a human torch or something. So survival is definitely at the front of her mind, but I'll just do a wisdom. Is it a save or a check?
Check, yeah.
6.
I'm praying. Andy prays.
Andy doesn't have religion.
Like, I mean, just as if to confirm everything else that's happened to you. It's just shit out of luck. Nothing answers your prayers.
At least I didn't go on fire. So that's something.
So the fire is just flickering and sound of softly burning flame.
So it hasn't opened anything for us.
No, I don't know if it was supposed to really.
Okay.
Maybe we should just check out the carpet and then maybe we can go home.
It sounded from the note I think was, maybe I wasn't. I don't know. It just said that if like, I don't know, that there was supposedly these things down here and it might
help,
give aid.
Okay, I'm gonna follow Pouches.
Mm-hmm.
So I take it we're gonna go down this corridor.
So Pouches, you see in this chamber is another crypt, stone, very solidly sort of precisely cut stone crypt, and on top of it is a life. I mean, it's not fully life size. It's sort of, maybe 2/3 the size of a person. Standing on the stone or on the crypt is a statue in robes, hooded robes, pointing. One finger outstretched, pointing in this direction. It's looking to the south, dead ahead, pointing its finger, and the catacomb is collapsed here.
Okay, I'm gonna go in and look at like peek around the corner and see what it's pointing at.
It is pointing at. There's another chamber.
Cool. I'm gonna walk
down.
down.
Also ends in a cloak, and this one is pointing in this direction. It is pointing to the east.
What was for that day?
Yeah, sorry. As you walk here, you see there is another chamber, and this one is pointing to the west. So this top one here is pointing, down.
South.
And then this one in here
right.
is pointing to the right. The one pointing to the left here, it's a bit obscured by the auras, I don't know, is a pile of ash.
So it's pointing at a pile of ash.
Or something walked in front of its pointing finger and got turned to ash.
It's not pointing, like it's pointing at, eye level to the statue, and the ash is on the floor.
Can I inspect the statue?
Sorry, why is it? Why reveal tool? Why you do this to me? So, Pouch. So yeah, Nirvana, you step up to inspect the statue. So, okay, Pouches, you've walked. Okay, Pouches.
You want
Will
me to
you
move
give
back?
me? Will you give me a deck save, please, as you walk towards the statue that's pointing at you? Where's it gone? God damn it.
19.
Okay, yeah. So you do manage to just at the last minute, the tip of the statue's finger just glows suddenly, and just a little ball, and you're a wizard, and you've never produced one, and you haven't seen one in person before, but you know what the fuck that is. So you hit the deck as just before your face. You can feel it singe a couple of your hairs off the top of your head as a small fireball just explodes in the space where you once were.
Where I once was being.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be like, watch out, I'm just gonna shout back, watch out, these statues are booby trapped and cast fireball. And then I'm gonna move over here out of this thing's line of sight. And then
there's
down
a
here
willow
into
weed
this-
there.
I'm gonna take that as well.
Yep. Let me just grab that. And that's right.
And Andy's kind of going to dash through the room as fast as she can to avoid the statue. And as she does, she's muttering to herself, "I knew we should have taken the carpet when they roll out a welcome."
Oh,
carpet.
hang on. Sorry. Sorry. Go back. All of you go back.
Okay.
I was focusing on Pouches. I didn't realize that all of you walked towards this statue. To the one
Andy
that's pointing
skirted
at you.
as much as she could around the room.
Can
each of you get all of you. Yeah.
Can you just highlight where the statue is? Is it just where Dural is there?
No, it's on top of the coffin.
On top of the crypts,
okay.
So
give you a deck save?
Yeah, all of you, anyone who walks towards the statue. So
okay.
So Doral, Vami.
16.
Okay. Oh, Doral. Okay, yeah, that's
Andy. Nice.
Doral. Where is this now? So who got? Okay, Navani just made it. So 12. You take 14 points of fire damage, Doral.
Jeez.
This thing slams into your chest, and it fucking hurts. Flames lick all across your body. You feel it sear your skin, but then you do manage to, roll and then sort of duck down the chamber. But
did my beard come out okay from it?
It smells a little smoky, but it seems to be intact.
Priorities.
Let me just you know what, let me sorry, maybe I should have done this before. But sorry, Doral, can you shift yourself just up one there? Sorry. Maybe that's a bit faint. But just sorry, that the direction that they're, pointing in. So, yeah, Navani, as you are running towards this one, will you give me a deck save as you're making your way towards it? It fires one at you.
Oh, 7.
18 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to take one of my potions.
Yeah. as it just flames, you can feel your armor just heating. It's burning your skin, cook it like it's almost cooking you. But you stop, drop, and roll. But you can move you can move yourself, past it if you want. This would all kind of happen.
Right. So I need to take one of my greater healing potions that I don't
Must be
see
some
on the
sort of
sheet.
trick to this thing.
I'm gonna just shout out: if you move towards them, they shoot you.
I figured that one out. Cheers.
Is it 2d4? I think.
Yeah,
Is it
for
a
standard potion.
The basic one is 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Is it 4d4 plus 4 for the greater one?
I think the greater one was what I got off the lady, wasn't it?
Or I think you got a basic one off the lady, but there was a greater healing potion in the crypt, in the coffin, was there?
Yeah, I found that. I have that one.
Let me double check.
I'll just take a normal, so 2d4
plus 2. Yeah.
Plus 2. Okay.
Sorry, Patches. Let me.
What was the point? 2.
Oh man.
Plus 2. 4.
Yay.
Super genius. 2 plus 2 is 4. Quick math.
I'm going to use the rest of my lay on hands now.
Okay.
I'm pretty fucked.
So, Pouches, you can see stairs descending behind you. 5, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then ahead in this chamber, there's 2 large crypts with... It's difficult to tell from there, but something perched them. There's also... You give me a perception check as you kind of peer down, that big chamber in the middle.
I can't go through there again, Andy. Any ideas how we're going to get past this thing? We're getting shot with fireballs.
Well, I'm going to try and dip and dodge and duck and dive and dodge.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Can't take that risk.
Vorden's. Hold on. Let me think. No, it just looks like more stone, Pouches, just more of the same.
I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees where I am, and I'm trying to look for differences in levels. Does there look like there's some sort of something that gets pushed down that sets this off?
Give me a perception check.
While he's doing that, if my detect magic has faded, I'm gonna start recasting it while I wait for everyone else to join.
It would have faded. Yeah.
So that's a 5%.
Sorry, I meant to say that. You don't notice any difference in the levels. Vorden is like, well, he's like, oh, don't walk towards them, and then kind of gets here and peers around the corner, is like, oh fuck, like have to move towards
hold on, Vorden.
He starts like
rocks,
trying to clear. Yeah, he's like picking up rocks by hand and is like, tossing them aside. But it's it's up to the ceiling, which is he's like, oh yeah, sorry, it's about 7 foot up, 6 or 7. Oh, sorry, Andy, didn't mean to move you. About 6 or 7 feet up.
I'm going to use mold earth every 6 seconds.
Yeah. And you can. Yeah, so you can just start. Doral starts like just clawing through it. Essentially just pulling boulders apart. It's like under your hand. It's like with mold earth. It's almost like they're made of like styrofoam. He's just like pulling them apart and just weirdly just like, and they just collapse like sand until you can just assume that this patch is cleared.
Clear.
Right.
Would my deck save had let me get past the 2 traps?
Well, you were walking. Oh, actually, I didn't. I just realized you didn't walk into this room, did you?
The plan. So I was there. So I moved down just one to get into the light. But her plan was to kind of run there, then oh, hang on, cute. Then to there, 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 then to there.
But it looked like when you observed that Navani and Doral that it was kind of when they stepped towards it, but like it doesn't seem to be firing at you now. And I mean, Vorden just walked straight past this one.
Yeah, she's just gonna follow them. She was following them anyway to stay in the light. So
yeah. But it seemed like when you weren't walking directly towards where it was pointing, it was like when it seemed to be when you approached them, that they went off. So by the time just if people want to say weight their pouches, if anyone looks down like around this area where pouches is, you just give me a perception check. So you can all see it's probably a bit masked as well by the auras, but down there is a set of steps
going downwards or upwards?
Going downwards, sorry.
19.
And there's more off to this way. Yeah, Navani, you notice here on the ground, it's probably a little bit visible on the map, but could be missable. Here and up here, it looks like there's something carved into the ground, a glyph, and it looks like these two crypts, which are kind of quite bulky. There's large statues on top of them, quite well rendered. Two dragon statues. These dragons have sort of forward curling horns.
I turn to pouches and I say, hey, look at this. Do you know what that is?
Now that my detect magic is back up, do I see anything glowing around it?
There is a bit of a glow of abjuration.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I can figure out what they do?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Navani. Underneath the the carved, like recessed kind of glyph, inscribed beneath the closest one, you can't see if there's anything on the other one. It's a bit too far away. Inscribed beneath it is you don't recognize the language. Something like it looks like script, but you don't recognize the language. So it's not common or Elvish or what else does Navani speak? Does she speak something else?
Yeah, hold on. She speaks Celestial, Elvish, Common, Infernal, Sylvan.
No, yeah, it's not any of them.
I'm gonna check. Is it an Arcana Obscurus? Is it in Scratch?
No.
And then I got a 10 for the Arcana check.
10. Was that was to identify kind of
what it is?
Yeah. It doesn't really help with what it is, but you can't read the writing, but based on the fact that it's used in certain spells and arcane sort of derivative script, you think educated guess that the language might be Draconic.
I'm gonna ask if anyone speaks Draconic.
I don't
think so. I checked.
Dwarvish.
Ritually gonna cast. Hold on, I gotta check if I actually have it, but I think I do. It's the problem with playing two wizards at once. You forget what's on your spell list. Ritually gonna cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay. I'm taking 10.
Taking 10.
Well, that's happening. I think Vorden is gonna starts kind of getting a bit antsy. He moves up along
Off the map.
And this connects, and he kind of has a poke around here, and then before he starts getting too far away, he's like, oh. wanders back, or starts wandering back, because just 10 minutes is going.
We'll pay.
He's just like, fancy lad. On this crypt there at the end of the red carpet is this. It's like a very noble looking man on a horse, reared up, and he's holding a sword. An actual iron sword is in the statue's hand.
Does it have any inscription or anything to say who it was? Or
you go up and have a
I want to make sure that there's no statues that can do I feel any anything pointing at me, or
you
what I mean?
Feel anything? You don't feel anything pointing at you.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and take a quick peek.
So
squint really hard from this square.
A carving on the plinth of this probably Lord King, who knows, this noble's tomb reads, "One by one, the betrayers fell to his sword, and hence, when war was done, was his house open to the loyal." In the hand of the statue is an oddly simple, rusted longsword. Yeah.
Okay.
Will you give me a perception check, Navani?
I will.
Navani's gonna. Vorden starts poking around.
13.
Yeah. You're kind of looking at it. So what else is there? Vorden is like looks and he's kind of looking at these the crypts that you can see there. Weirdly, they look like also sort of noble. They're wearing old school noble garb. These carved figures on the crypts, but each one is carved with a pained expression, and draped across the tombs are torn heraldic banners. So, banners of some sort of noble house, each different, and they're torn and laid across. And then, yeah, sorry.
Chat says someone needs to tell Andy that she has 10 minutes free time to do more grave robbing.
Up until just the moment when she came around the corner and read the plaque, she or heard about the plaque, said she was like still a bit too freaked out to open any more coffins, but she's definitely reconsidering.
Yeah, it's like everyone goes, instead of going for a fag break, like Andy goes for like a grave robbing break.
Yeah. A loot break.
A loot, yeah, instead of a loot, yeah. I'm going to the loot.
Pay no attention.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
So they've all left you alone, Pouches. Ritually casting comprehend languages, and you can hear them all shuffling off and like, holy shit, look at this fucking look at this horse.
I'm gonna make my way back because I obviously realized that I forgot he was doing that, so I'm gonna make my way back just to make sure he's all right.
Vorden is gonna Vorden says to you, Andy, he's like, hey, it's like, look at this.
Oh,
weird.
Okay.
And on the two crypts above their heart, or above the heart of those two crypts, slots, thin slots in the stone where their heart would be.
Does it look like a rusty longsword could go through those slots?
Give me a perception check.
Uh, 9.
Hard to tell. Swords up, kind of high. Could be similar width.
So the sword's on top of the dude on top of the horse.
Yeah, it's in the statue's hand, but it looks like it's it's kind of hollow hand.
Okay,
Vorden kind of looks up and down at the ones here on the side, and he's like, yeah, they seem to have it too. He's like, oh, by the way, there's a bunch of shit in those holes.
Chat says, put a coin in the slot.
What's the point of the slot?
A fortune teller, something.
Yeah,
Arcade
well,
game.
it's Zor. No, what is it? What is the guy's name?
Zoltan?
Zoltar.
Zoltar?
Zoltar. Yeah.
Come on, give a coin to your witcher.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
don't think
toss a
Andy
coin
would.
to your witch.
Andy doesn't want to give away a coin.
Yeah,
into
exactly.
a coffin that she then has to open up to get it back. So I want to climb on top of the horse to try and retrieve the sword.
Go for it. It's not too.
Right.
It's not too hard. Like I mean, the
I need to roll
crypt is
for it.
large, but it's it's not like it's quite a large base. But just give me acrobatics, just in
Come
case
on.
there's any mishaps.
15.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's pretty easy. It's solid. Decent base to climb off of. So yeah, you get up there. You can see that the sword is, a fit. It's not like stuck to this. It's obviously the statue's hand is hollow, and the sword has just sort of been,
Slotted in.
placed, wedged in. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm gonna retrieve the sword and then go back to where Vorden is and see if it can be slotted in the hole.
Yeah. So just as you
I may have
So
gotten off the horse too fast.
stab the sword into the heart of the crypt.
Yep.
Yeah. You feel it go through, and there's like a little. There's like a sound of. It's sound like you stick it, like you stick the sword into the body, and you feel and you hear like it's going
Squelching?
through flesh. Yeah, like but that's it.
Vorden,
And as you do that, Pouches, you finish casting comprehend languages. And just before I cut back to Andy, the inscription says, "We shall leave this world."
Don't stab the guys
as
with
we
the
entered it."
swords.
Yeah, we shall leave this world as we entered it, as one.
Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of tired and I could do with a rest. I know we're in a terrible spot for that, but I'm just putting it out there.
I was about to literally ask, do you mean Michaela or do you mean Navani?
Yeah.
Navani.
Because
Andy, you
Michaela could go
pull-
all night. It's like
Yeah.
it's Navani.
I mean, I don't
She
need
needs
to
the
know
rest.
that, but okay.
Andy, you pull out the sword,
I will
Yeah.
point out.
and there is a slight bit of blood on the sword.
Oh my
Ooh.
god, there's live dudes in these ones?
Vorden's like, he's like,
We
wait,
should-
he's like,
We should
Just
open the
he-
king's one to see if he's alive too.
no, he's like, wait, no, he's like, Jesus, no, not Jesus, he's a celestial, he pushes, he's like, he's like, oh, Jesus, again, give me a hand,
Andy
he
will
starts
help
trying to
push it open.
push the crypt.
I'm
open.
watching them from the
Hmm.
back here going,
You
what are you
open
guys
it,
doing?
and he opens it, and inside it's just bones. No blood, no body, bones in with tatters.
Okay, we definitely need to open the king's one now. It's the only way to be sure what's going on.
I'm pretty sure that they're all dead.
But the sword, when I stuck it in the slot, it came out red. It was squelchy and it came out with blood. So, but now it's bones, and that's really, really sus. So we should totally open the king's crypt.
Bones are sus.
Is it like, can I inspect the blood? Can I have a look at it?
You could stick the sword in the next one and see if it squelches too, and then we should open the king's
what do
crypt.
you touch the blood? Give me well, just are you going to touch the blood or look at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it.
Give me a medicine
What was that
check, Ben.
inscription again, Ben, that I read?
Sorry, mate. I will
12.
Post it into. It looks fresh.
We shall leave this world as we entered it as one.
Yeah.
I'll just add that to my notes.
Okay. I'm gonna do the stab the other one then.
Yeah, you do the same, and sword goes in, and you feel it go through a body, and you pull out, and there's a little more blood on the sword.
I'm gonna ritually cast Detect Magic here while these guys fuck around.
So
Yeah.
see, it did it again. So like seriously, let's open the king's one.
You go ahead there, Andy. You go first. You
Awesome.
open it.
Okay. Can I open it? Am I strong enough to open it with my crowbar? Does it look like it opens with a crowbar?
You have
You
Leon
give me
hands.
an investigation check, because you can't.
I don't have any
see-
Leon hands left.
You can't see like an opening or
Yeah,
a.
I have to figure out a way to open this thing. Okay. Oh crap! I just rolled twice. Oops. Ah, damn it!
Well, so I've got to take the first one.
Do I not
It's
get
like-
advantage for enthusiasm? She really wants to get this open.
If anything, it distracted you. You're too eager. So no, it's strange. It doesn't seem to have like a conventional, like a lid or seam that you can find. Oh no,
Would an
pardon me. Hang on,
explosive cross?
just give me 1 second. God, what? Sorry, what is it? Sorry, Sorry, I misspoke. I should have double checked my notes. It does. You can open it. There's like it's almost like a drawer. There's a handle, and it looks like it's almost kind of like a drawer, like a stone, because it's a big statue, and it looks like in the base of the statue, in the plinth. You can open. It looks like you could open the crypt if you wanted to.
Yeah, I want to.
I was thinking of something else. I was misremembering.
She wants to.
Okay, so you'll see Andy grab the handle of the crypt and pull. Yeah. So.
That's Ember squealing in terror.
Yeah. So, where's it gone? God damn it! Sorry. So, where are the god? So you open the crypt, and immediately you see, jewels and riches, and other fancy items, and also, actually, let me use this one. Okay, 4. So, Andy, you're like, you see all this, you're like, oh, and then suddenly your mouth starts to water a little bit. You're like, oh, you're really the little bit of fish, you're hankering of some of that fish that you got, and you're like, actually, you got a really, really hankering for food, and actually you're suddenly
munchies?
really, really, really hungry. So you have received a major curse. You are plagued by ravenous hunger. If you go 1 hour without eating 1 day's worth of rations, then you'll suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Ooh.
So you're going to have to eat a day's worth of rations every hour to not get a level of exhaustion, as your body, you can feel it. It's just it's constant. It's just constant hunger. But hey, all that gold is glittering before you. There is, let me see. So, bear with me. Bear with me, folks.
Rawr.
While this
Hey.
is happening, Andy has pulled out one of her bits of fish and is munching away on it.
You find 29 gold.
Nice.
And and 81 silver. You find stat 13. You find gemstones worth 33 gold pieces. And then you also find there's 2 antiques in there. Or 2, little artifacts. The first is worth 14. So 34 gold pieces, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Is a set of small gold cups. So like they're in a little set. They're like almost like little ceremonial teacups. And also worth let me see. Sorry, go. Balls. 14, 21, 51 gold pieces is 3, a lapis lazuli bluebell on a silver stem. So carved from lapis lazuli is it looks like a bluebell on a silver stem, and that is what is in the tomb of this noble.
So
We're now plagued by hunger.
do I know I'm cursed?
Or
did I just start to
I
feel
mean,
hungry?
yeah, I mean, you just feel very hungry. I mean,
But so once Andy has so she doesn't really even know she's cursed, and she's kind of bagged all this stuff, and then she turns around after looking in and it's like, where's the body?
oh, sorry, yes. I mean, there's a skeleton in there. Sorry.
Oh, okay. There's also a skeleton.
Sorry.
Okay, because I thought it was an empty cage. I was like, oh no, the king is around. Okay. Result.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to be able to spend that well. Certainly won't backfire in any way.
So
Had a pretty flower.
Vorden is like,
By the fire.
Are we still messing with this sword?
Are the skeletons that were squishy still skeletons now that this one's open?
Are they what?
So the
Sorry, cut
skeletons in
out.
the boxes that were squelchy when the lids were closed, now that I've opened this one, are they still skeletons?
They're, if you look inside, yeah, they're still skeletons.
Okay. Well, I think we're just about out of time anyway for the stream.
Yeah. So it is just before wrapping up. Is are we going to? Do people want to try? Did Navani want to try and take a rest? Are we pushing?
I was going to try and take a rest before we move anywhere because
that would be nice.
I'm beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, a long rest
or
a short rest would be good.
And we'll take watch. We'll take turns.
Are we long resting?
Well,
do
I need
not wanna
to.
sleep down here. Oh wait, how long have I been awake? Oh, what crap!
You came down here this in the morning. It's been probably like a couple of hours.
Oh, really? Okay. It feels like longer.
Yeah,
Feels like
I mean
days.
Time is
the
fucking.
thing is
dead.
realistically, it's probably been like 2 hours of actually wandering around.
I'll be honest,
Yeah.
I've probably spent more than 2 hours just ritually casting.
Yeah.
Actually,
Because-
with the ritual casting, it's probably been like 3-4 hours.
I think I've probably done detect magic at least 8 times.
We've also
'Cause I
done
did
a
it-
lot of
Yeah, probably.
we've done a lot of fighting all the way through, so like we're all going to be tired.
Are you short rested? Yeah,
We
I'd say
did
you've
short
been
rest
here
once as well.
like. Yeah, I'd say you've probably been here 6, maybe 7 hours. I'd say 6 hours.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's getting to a time when we
could.
could reasonable take a short rest.
Yeah, well,
A short rest.
Sorry, a long rest. I meant
A long rest. Okay. I'd be happy to take a long rest.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
okay.
Like, being down here another 8 hours. I mean, it's a.
Yeah, the sooner we rest, the sooner we get our strength back, and the sooner we can kill the necromancer and get the fuck out of here.
It's not a long walk out of here. If you want to go sleep somewhere safer.
We're already here. I feel like we're pretty close. We're getting closer to him anyway.
I'm wondering if we should finish checking this floor before we long rest though. Just to make sure there's nothing creepy up here.
That'd be nice. I don't fancy getting attacked in the middle of the night. And I don't know. Won't most of you guys have to take your armor off? You sort of be caught with your pants down.
I don't
If
wear
we-
armor.
If we long rest, that takes 8 hours. So does that mean I have to have consumed 8 days worth of rations? Also, does anyone have any rations?
I think you.
I've
I
got
don't-
4 rations.
I think I should have some from like the adventurers pack or something like, or whatever pack
Mhm.
I started with, because I
I
haven't.
don't even
consumed
see any rations on my character sheet.
Did we start with rations?
I don't think we did.
Uh-oh.
No, you
Uh-huh.
probably get because you get rations at the barracks, but if you didn't,
I got some
I think-
seaweed and some fish, so I'm okay for a few hours.
Yeah.
but, like,
I'll say you've got 2 days worth of rations on you.
Yeah. I remember I picked up a pack in our first adventure that had some rations in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like some dry trail rations.
So if you did, then doesn't that mean we all did? Like, wouldn't they have been handed out anyway? If we
No,
were
it,
to-
it was
No?
I found it in the sewer.
Oh, right. Okay, that's different then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. When we were raiding one of those storerooms.
So
Do I have
Not-
anything that could alleviate Andy's curse?
Like a remove
Not
curse
this-
spell.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
not till I think 5th level.
No, I don't.
Damn it, why aren't you a cleric?
Yeah, no,
no,
sorry.
I'll eat the seaweed and the fish, and then we'll sort it out. We'll deal with it.
Okay.
That's the worst that could happen. I've got my beautiful lapis lazuli bluebell flower now.
Seems mighty risky to be sleeping down here.
Cool.
Hmm.
Well, shall we leave off there for tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's us.
So if you're not resting, then if you're deciding to move further down into the catacombs, then following the struggling light of Vorden's moon-touched short sword, you plunge further into the darkness and into the depths of decay beneath the city of Minehelm. And we will see you for the next session. So, if,
By the-
if
By the
you
way,
enjoyed
chat
stream-
says so rations and a cat.
Yeah. So, if you enjoyed the stream, if you had a good time, please consider subscribing. Really helps us out. Let's keep doing this. But even just tuning in helps, and we really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, do check out the Mag of Holding issue 3 Gothic Horror Kickstarter. sort of live for another 6 days at this point.
Yeah,
or 7 days.
6.
How long have we been playing? Feels like days.
It's live still for 6 days, 18 hours, and 54 minutes.
Nice. So we've hit a few of those stretch goals already, and we're pushing up on the next one, which will be the first round of STLs, probably Mini Maniacs. So check it out, and we will see you next week. The Twitch channel will see you. Before then, other games, but you'll see the Cloaks next week. Okay.
See you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, everyone. Stick around for the raid. Are we raiding tonight?